ịgwa unu ife mmụọ m na-agwa m maka egwu na-atụ m. Enwe ife na-afụ mgbe ọbụla ndị ugwu a gbara nkịtị, ịma na enwere undertone, political undertone. Iji maatụ ka m bidogoro ife gbasara na ụmụnne ochie Isi ochie ebe a kwara nwanne anyị nwaanyị late Sister Osinachi. Ọkwa unu fụrụ ndị a tọrọ ebe ahụ n'ụdị na ndị ọrụ nchekwa with their intelligence gathering na ha nwere ike ịma na ya enwe traffic ọ na ya enwe such attempt ebe ahụ, mana nke a dịrị ọzọ. Unu nụ Reverend Father agbagburu na Edo State. Ọkwa unu nụkwa ndị a gbara na Kaduna, mara na Catholic Church na Kaduna. Ọkwa ka agbacharụ ndị nke agbara n'Owo na Ondo State wee ruo tata enwebere ofu onye eji aka, enwebere onye nwude. Achọrọ m igwu unu nke bụ eziokwu. Ọ bụrụ na ịfụ anụ ndọgbu ife dịka wolves, efu ya ebe ọ nọ n'ome, i wee chọọ ka ịzọpụta ya, ị naghị na-azọpụta ya ebe ahụ, ịgbaba ọsọ ndụ gị maka o nwere uche ịghọta nọ ife ọma ka imeri ya. Intelligence gathering na ha nwere ike ịma na ya enwe traffic ọ na ya enwe such attempt ebe ahụ, mana nke a dịrị ọzọ. Unu nụ Reverend Father agbagburu na Edo State. Ọkwa unu nụkwa ndị a gbara na Kaduna, mara na Catholic Church na Kaduna. Ọkwa ka agbacharụ ndị nke agbara n'Owo na Ondo State wee ruo tata enwebere ofu onye eji aka, enwebere onye nwude. Achọrọ m igwu unu nke bụ eziokwu. Ọ bụrụ na ịfụ anụ ndọgbu ife dịka wolves, efu ya ebe ọ nọ n'ome, i wee chọọ ka ịzọpụta ya, ị naghị na-azọpụta ya ebe ahụ, ịgbaba ọsọ ndụ gị maka o nwere uche ịghọta nọ ife ọma ka imeri ya. Ọkwa ifuru obodo a, enwe ndị nwe obodo a hapụ ife niile a na-amacha. Ụfọdụ ndị ofe mmanụ pụta a na-ekwu na obodo enwero ndị nwe ya. Ụfọdụ ndị be ya na-ekwu na obodo enwero ndị nwe ya. Nwanne ya nwoke Peter Obi, otu o si pụta nnọọ patriotic Nigeria ọ maka, mana achọrọ m iji ihe onyonyo a wee tụnyere ya alụ ya. Biko ya tinye ọnụ n'ihe gbasara nwanne anyị nwoke bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ya tinye ọnụ otu esi wee throw weight behind him. O nwebara ka o si kwute okwu kpọtụ ya afa otu Senator Abara Ibe si eme, ma even Ifeanyi Uba, Senator Patrick Ifeanyi Uba enwe na mgbe okwu kwute, mana ya nụbere afa ya n'ọnụ nwanne ya nwoke bụ Peter Obi otu anyị si akwati ya. Nke a dịrị ọzọ bụ na ewuche ezi ahụ wee kpọpụta ya, ịrapụkwa ya ọ ka ya abanyekwa na pọtọpọtọ maka nke maara ya ahụ. Ọkwa ifuru ndị a ndị Britain ji wee na-arụ akpụrụka n'obodo a maka natural resources ha nwere bụ ndị Nigeria. Otu a ndị Britain si welu Chukwu si wee na natural resources, anyị nwa bụ their own natural resources maka ha ji ndị a wele arụ akpụrụka n'obodo a. O nwere ya asị na ọfụbere ya. Ka m gwazie unu ife niile a na mbọ niile anyị na-agba ma this 2023 akpụ n'ọnụ. Nenu ka ndị ugwu si na project kwa nkwaso, nenu ka ha si project Atiku. Now ị na-achọ ịgwa m na ahụ a ha debere na kwa nkwaso ama bụ Deputy Peter Obi onwe ebe ọ nara ha na-abụ ma n'ego ma na amamife ma na connection ma na vision, intellectual capacity onwere ebe ọ nara ha na-abụ, mana ịfụrụ ahụ ha debe ka m gwazie ya eziokwu ọ bụrụgo na-emegide ife a ANPP wee kweta na kwankwaso ya abụ vice ọ ya adịkwa ka ife Atiku na Obasanjo je maka ọma kwedebere isi n'ala. All these visions and aspirations Peter Obi will not come to pass. Amagunu gebe eziokwu aya ada arụ ọbụ shoulder maka nya nwadewere ahụ na ọga ide na-ekwu ndị na-etiri ya mkpu ma jubiri n'ukwuru ụbọchị ya ịfụ na ọ na-ekwu na nọ nnukwu mmadụ. So onye nke a bụ nnukwu mmadụ youth Nigeria chọrọ, onye nke a bụ nnukwu mmadụ ndị ugwu chọrọ. Deeti bidokwuru nwanne nwoke Peter Obi na ha ewepụtara na ha chọtara mmadụ ọ nkata akpara agbabe ndị ugwu ka afọ na deeti bido ha na-edebe ahụ na without them na ndị ọzọ ama work. Ha na-ekwu ya Jubrin kwukwu ya n'okwu, Jubrin kwu ya n'okwu na without ha nwa nọmba na akaụntụ n'agbanyeghị ndị a na-ekpota ma nije eme efi ha na-agụnye ma ọsụkwa ya mụrụ under age ọha ncha ka a ji eme anyị arụ. Mana achọrọ m ikwu unu ọ bụrụ na anyị si ka Peter Obi banye ka anyị mee na this comprehensive analysis ka anyị wepụ sentiment ọ banye o wee mee nnọọ Nigeria ọ dị ka enigwe. After Peter Obi what next? Ị na-achọ ịgwa m na onye ugwu ma ọ bụ onye Fulani banye ebe ahụ ife niile adịkwa mma, enwe equity, enwe fairness, ọ ma egosikwa ọkịka. Ife ndị a ji agbachi ka onye Igbo ghara aba na enwechara favor, enwechara ego a na-ewepụ ha ji enyere ndị be ha aka ma na agriculture ada ede enwere accountability. Ha ma na onye Igbo banye ebe ha apịchisie ife niile a ndị a ha dodoro ụkwụ n'isi akwụrụ ọtọ bụrụ eze ha ma ife ha na-azọ ọzọ. Kedu ka o si dị unu ka anyị emetanwu nche obodo a maka ife niile apịtọkọ na nnu ngara a na-agwụ nwere ife anyị emenwu ya? Enwego infiltration na army, repentant Boko Haram unu na-agbakọ. Kedu ka ihe esi were extract ya ndị bụ members of Boko Haram bata na army na the real soldiers? Enwego betrayal anọ onye nwa na-enye nsogbu and all the other sister security agencies. Enwego infiltration ịkpọta onye agha nnupụ isi a terrorist, onye nwere ife oji ndụ mmadụ kpọrọ. The worst enemy ihe enwe na ndụ abụ onye nwere ife oji ndị ya kpọrọ. Nya ka ewetara yibe akwa bunye egbe kpụdata ha na-ewest ndụ mmadụ. So ọ banye ebe ahụ ịfụrụ ọchụsịba ndị bụ ndị ugwu n'amị ọ dị ike ihe onye emenwu ya? Kwankwasa abụkwa nye nwa mgbe Jonathan kpọkọrọ more than 400 Northern youth ndị afọchara explosive devices na arụ ha. Ọ Kwankwasa dị echie Jonathan warning na ọnwa anwa metụ ha aka na onwere onye South onye Igbo ya dị ndụ wee si ugwu Hausa wee nata. Emechara pụọ Mazi ya. Ewepụ infiltration na amị, enwego infiltration na headers. Ọhụrụ cheta visa on arrival, ndị nke si Libya, ndị nke si Mali, ndị nke si Chad, ndị nke si Senegal, so many countries the presidency na-agwa anyị n'ebe ndị headers si na headers ndị a na-ebu egbe na ha si mba ọzọ. Kedu nnukwu unu esi wee separate maka ha obodo adịgo saturated, ha mego engulfed obodo a all the forest. Ka anyị esi wee separate the headers mgbe emere visa on arrival ha ka na-abatakwa ruo taa mgbe akpọchi Iseme border, other borders dị n'ugwu Hausa ha nchaghị oghe anyị na-afụ ya ma ndị nke ji ọgba tum tum were abata. So enwego infiltration na army, enwego among the headers, enwego among the terrorists. Ha erugo more than 5 groups now na-eme operate. Unu fụrụ ndị nke ebu akpagharị na trailer mgbe anyị nọ lockdown a na-ebugharị ha. Kịta ndị ISIS na ya, ndị ISWAP na ya, ndị Boko Haram na ya, ndị Al-Qaeda na ya, ndị onwekwa ndị nke ọfụ Aerofy na-ekwukwa batara ọfụ na-enye nsogbu na Kaduna. Ife a na-agba n'ụlọ ụka unu amara na onwe ya na ya so a na-ekwu okwu jihad ife dị na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu kwu ha ncha abịago na mmezu. Enwebere onye enwudero na onye Fulani gburu mmadụ mana unu fụrụ nwanne anyị nwoke na-eme comedy brother Mike ka eji ejide maka na ọ na-ekwu against presidency. Ị na-achọ ịgwa m na Peter Obi banye ife niile akwụsị? Ndị ofe mmanụ na ndị Igbo ekwute ha ọnụ ha kịta ka m gwa gị eziokwu ha bụrụkwa vice ịma metụ ndị be ha aka. Atiku banye abanye oye enye nsogbu maka o nwere onye ugwu ihe prosecute for another 8 years. Ife niile ha mere ada mmiri na-ene na anya Kwankwasa bụrụ vice Peter Obi o nwere ife anyị emenwu ndị ugwu maka o so na onye nwere ọnụ ebe ahụ ebidokwa pịawa oche na House of Assembly. Mr. Peter Obi ama control nwe ife a. Ife nji wee metụ ife aka ụmụnne mba anyị na-eche anya unu afụ na ọdabara bụ na ọdabara. We are not compatible. Enechago m anya zila anyị amaka, ịdị n'otu anyị amaka, otu ndị ọzọ si kwado ndị Igbo n'ọtọ na anyị amaka. Mana unu chetakwa nwanne anyị nwoke Zik ọ mba ka ọ gbara ọbụrụ zik of ndị Igbo o wee bụ zik of Africa anyị mecha gbara aka na so nwanne ya nwoke Peter Obi mma achọ o nweta ihe onyonyo anya jụọ onwe ya ajụjụ ọkarọkwa ndị egburu egbu o efe efere ọ na-akpagharị ọ makakwa mana ọkarọkwa ndị egburu egbu maka mgbe ọ na ị na-eme ife ịbụrụ chairman onye ọ na-enetu gị ebuchi ya ndụ ga-ama atọkwa atọ ọ kakwa mma na ndị kpọrọ gị asị among their kinsmen gosi n'iru ha mana etu were anaghị ebuchi ya everybody fụ gị n'anya ma na ndụ gị anya atọ atọ a ga-eji egwu na omume ga-efe ịtụgbara anyị ya ma ọ bụdagodo Chineke kere ụwa enwe ndị kpọrọ ya asị enwe ndị iwe Chukwu na-ewe nye ji na ife a na-aṅụrị na nkwado a na-enye ya ndị ugwu nwekwa ka ha dị unu cheta gị yiro nsị ọkwụna cheta ka esi wee lata ya wee mee ya ife mere ya onye kpọrọ gị asị ife ọsọ gị mee ife ụfọdụ ndị ugwu ji achọrị ka ama onye Igbo ya bata maka na afụ na onye dị exceptional afụgo knowledge ya ha chọọ ka onye ruo na ha adịghị overwhelm ma security make enwere economic crunch enwere political upheavals ife niile aghatọọna ka ama ya eji brain onye Igbo na amamife ha wee pụtagoro n'ọnọdụ a ha wee gwekwazi gị na ọha nwe obodo ha ekwuo ya a nọrọ ugwu asa agwaghị na ọha nwe mmanụ dị na South agwaghị nọ ndị nwe nọmba nwe obodo agwaghị nọ ndị nka na landmass kedu ife anụ bụ ha n'ọnụ and nobody challenge them ndị a niile na-egbu mmadụ onye ka enwude ma ndị egbu na Benue St. Teresa's Madala a 2000 and gịnị just tell me mmadụ agwụna ife farmers niile egbu betere ọganiji wee dị o nwere onye na-ekwu okwu oge Senator Rochas Okorocha kwuru sị nọ ndị North bụ nsogbu enwere n'obodo a ọ dị m ka echiri ya warning dọọ ya aka na ntị mana ebe ọ na-ewute m bụ na o nwebere onye ugwu bụ gọvanọ pụtara ọnụ si tụnyere Peter Obi anụbere m mana ụlọ fụrụ ka ndị nke esekwu ifesa ha ndị ofe mmanụ na-azọ ndị be ha ndị ugwu na-azọ ndị be ha onye ọbụla na nke ya o nwere onye nwekwara national interest at heart abụ ụzọ ethnic group godu ife na statism ọchịchọ nke onwe ethnicity ife adịgodo ha mkpa bife ikwu okwu Nigeria ife njekwu ife a ka nye nwanne nwoke Peter Obi ndụmọdụ ọ chọọ ka obodo a dị mma ọ chọọ ka obodo a nwee iru ọfụ ọmaka mana enwere ndị nwe obodo enwe ndị Britain nye ya n'aka enwe ndị nwere aka oke ha nwa na-eke onye ekenyere gị buru ị nwere access to gold dị na Zamfara ị nwere access to cotton na tea na ife ndị ọzọ dị na be ha mana ha nwere access ha nwa bịa n'ọba ji ga-ekpokọrọ ji dị ebe a wanye gị ofu ibe ji iwere naba ị na-ama n'elu n'elu ọnụ ha ji ekwu Jubrin si na-achịcha kwankwaso chịcha anọzie na tebụl sign agreement ọ bụrụ tọnụ ndị Igbo agwabara anyị from 1999 onye ka ma ọ bụrụgodo nkwa agafu na-ekwe akwa na n'elu akwa ugboro onye ka ebe amamife wasị na agha nyere anyị uche ka ebe amamife aha dị biko eji m ihe onyonyo a na-ayọ ka anyị na-ekwokwu 2023 anyị enwe hearing maka referendum na October 28 otu esi wee kwu referendum kwesịrị ịbịa before general election ka e wee marụ ndị so n'obodo a na ndị esori ya ndị middle belt ike agwụna ha ndị South kwubu maka na a na-achọba iri ha ego enye some of them ọrụ ụfọdụ adịgo committed ndị a niile kwesịrị ikwuchite ndị be ha adị ekwu okwu adịgo ha nwecha corrupt cases onye ka ha na-eze ife eji m ife ayọ biko ọ kakwa mma na anyị nweta permanent freedom anyị anaba kama ị ya ata anụ ọbara agba gị n'eze rie esi akwụkwọ nri na akpụ ụra karịa na anyị nweta temporary freedom ọ bụrụ na nwanne nwoke Peter Obi chịchara ito ma ọ bụrụ na ọ ya achịcha ọ bụrụ onye Igbo nọ n'ọchịchị ewee gbuo mmadụ ife a na-egbu for 1 year mee kidnapping a na-eme mana Federal Capital Territory na arụ niile a na-eme na corrupt cases onye ọjọọ gbaba na APC ọ bụrụ sent ọ bụrụ onye Igbo nọ ewee na-eme ife a ọ dị ka ọ ya chizu 1 year aha m ekwu 1 tenure ọ ya chizu 1 year o nwere ife Goodluck Jonathan mee mana oge ọ na-eje second tenure mee campaign n'ugwu Hausa amụrụ motu ya ọkụ atụrụ ha okwute mana ndị nwe obodo a n'ife niile a na-emenụ echie men of God warning echie judiciary warning echie ndị journalist warning o nwere onye ahụ fọrọ abanyekwuo ma Twitter na-ekwu okwu Facebook na ha ka ha kpagharịcharụ the whole 36 steeti mee campaign ma senator dị na ya ma gọvanọ dị na ya o nwere onye kpara ha aka o nwere ndị nwe obodo a na-enwe obodo enwe rapụ mkpọtụ a na-enye na-agbara aka na-aza na onye jiji anakọ eji n'ala ife na-ekwu okwu ya bụ izu ka mma na nneji o nwere ife dị ka be mmadụ ka be onye adịna 2023 amaka mana enwe ndị nwe obodo a ife ọsọ gị mee as far as anyị ka na ebe a anyị ka bụ ohu Britain kwụ ha n'azụ ha kpọrọ unu asị from day one our forefathers suffered the same thing maka ekwere edebere ha isi n'ala ha nchadị na-eteki revenge na-eteki the chunk of their meat na-ewest lives youth ndị gọvanọ anyị meghe ọnụ gọvanọ Ebonyi steeti meghe ọnụ na-akọ ife sọrọ ya ụnụ na ife o kwuru na steeti anyị atụrụ APC a na-ekwu onye Imo a na-ekwu kedu ebe ndị igwe anyị nọ ndị emias kwuo okwu ha kwuru ekerezu na ka Atiku wee ji ikwu uche ya akpọchi ya azụ ọkwụrụ ebe ụmụnne ya ndị ofe mmanụ kwuo okwu asị gị na ọba nke a kwuru nke a ọba nke a kwuru nke a ha kwuru ofu ebe mana onye a na-anụ onye ya na Igbo sọsọ Igwe Achebe isi Igwe Achebe ebe ka igwe ndị ọzọ nọ ebi na ha moto nye ha certificate igwe ndị gọvanọ nyere akwụkwọ politikal igwe onwere ọzọ na-ekwu okwu na gọvanọ so okwu ife sọrọ ya nọ mana Atiku kwuru okwu former vice president ọ bụrụ gọvanọ sọsọ maka na egburu Deborah Samuel okwu delete the tweet gọnarị the whole Nigerians ifu na obi ụmụnne ya n'obi mana na nwanne ya nwoke kpughere ife niile a na-eme kịta ka aka ji ya unjustifiably na ya ka eji jụ na ama arapụ ya ka o wee bụ na emecha election ọ bụrụ na anyị kweta na anyị arapụ ya maka ife a ka ọ na-agbarụ mbụ ya ọ gwanye ka ọ kụchara na anyị kweta na anyị ọ ya arapụ ya eso m akwado nwanne nwoke Peter Obi mana agwana m unu kama anyị anabata n'ụzọ ọkamma na kama ọ ya aba anyị nọrọ n'obodo a emenyụna ha anyị ọkụ n'ụzọ ọkamma na anyị nabara mba anyị. No place like home.
Visit our YouTube channel, God's Agenda TV.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night, great Biafrans and lovers of freedom. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through the auspices of Radio Biafra, London. My name remains Mazi Nnamdi from Oluk province of Biafra land. We are here live and direct. Today is the 4th day of August in the year of our Lord 2022. I welcome each and every one of you to welcome your friends and well-wishers, even your enemies. Do not deny them listening to this hallowed platform, because this is where we preach the gospel of emancipation, the gospel of freedom, where we preach enlightenment, started by our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, who is in the enemy's dungeon, DSS, the Nigerian VSS. But make no mistake about it, our leader must be released, as it is going viral everywhere around the world about the illegal rendition, the illegal abduction of our leader from Kenya. And that is why even today we also we express our appreciation about the demolition of the Kenyatta market in Enugu, because we don't want to see anything Kenya in our land. It must be like that, it must continue. Therefore, once again, draw nearer to your listening devices so that you listen to what you can never hear in the mainstream media. Because the mainstream media, what they do, they work with the government. They only tell you what they want you to hear and the way they want you to hear it. The way they want to bend your mentality, your psyche, your way of reasoning. So they bend it like that, and you continue reasoning like that. But here on Radio Biafra, we tell it to you as it is, so that you start reasoning. It has been a long time that they're saying black is beautiful, black is beautiful. They have been hypocritically praising us, and we are marching into oblivion. Here on this hallowed platform, we tell ourselves the truth. We look ourselves in the mirror and say it as it is, so that we will turn around. We can turn around from going down the drain and develop our mindset, embrace enlightenment, so that we can contribute something. We can be making our own contributions as human beings in this planet Earth, because this planet Earth is for every one of us. It is not for only one set of people. Do not think that this planet Earth is only for the Caucasians, the white people, to discover and exploit. No. Your mindset should be reversed from that type of thinking, that type of reasoning. It is for all of us. Normally, as they are sending missions into space or satellites, Africans should be building their own, not a Chinese build or European built for China. No, for Africa. No. African indigenous satellites going into space. That is how it should be. But when you are stupid, you gullible, you don't contribute anything, you don't think of contributing, all that matters for you is how to cheat your fellow poor miserable Africans as a politician and loot the whole money, loot the whole fund, whereas other people are there financing. All that matters for them is knowledge, wisdom. What matters for you is money. I used to think about this. I say, like, people going to do ritual in our land, they say money ritual. Going to meet either pastors, clerics, or juju people, indigenous religious people. I have been trying to see, which I never see. Somebody that wants to do ritual, he say, what do you want? Maybe they ask him or her, what do you want? He said, no, I want wisdom. I've been thinking about it. Nobody. Everybody is looking, I want money. Go to church. All they are praying for money. Because Africans are ignorant of the importance of wisdom. Wisdom is number one. Whereas the Europeans, they are clamoring for wisdom. Do you understand that? That is why they get everything. Just remember, even in the Bible, the richest king in the history, in Bible, was Solomon. What did he ask for? He didn't go to pray for God for money. Oh, help me in my business. Oh, God, I want to help me so that I get the whole money in this world. No, get the whole gold in this. No, he simply asked for wisdom. Do you understand? The Europeans, the Caucasians, they understood the secret. That is why you call them Illuminati. These are because they understand the secrets of this world you don't know. Why? Because of wisdom. They are wise. Look at the whole oracles in our land, whether pastors, churches, marabouts, or what do you call them? Native priests, Dibia. Look at, just ask them, people that are coming there. All they talk about is, I want my problem. What is your problem? Money. Oh, I want my son overseas to eat so that he can come and build castle everywhere and buy me cars as I want. This is material things is what people ask. No, but ask all these people. These pastors, they are there. They are your friends and brothers and fathers. Ask them, Papa, has anybody come to you and say, look, what do you want from the so-called God? You are God. He said, no, you know what? I don't want money. I don't want anything. What I want is wisdom. Ask them. No person. No person, nobody. Everybody is coming with his private, selfish interest. But the Europeans, they are seeking for wisdom. Do you understand? And that is why they are controlling the world. That thing you jettison, that pearl, that precious stone you jettison, because of ignorance, is what the Europeans are seeking for. Wisdom and knowledge, so that they will control you and control your money, so that they will control you and control the resources you have. Whereas you are praying for resources. Oh, money. Oh, how can I get paper money? Oh, I want to get paper money. They are seeking for something that is huge, more huge, bigger than what you are looking for. And you say you're crying, oh, why are we suffering? Why we are relegated at the background? Because of ignorance. Before I continue, we shall pray. Let us pray. And our leader, Our leader will lead us in a pre-recorded prayer as usual. Let us pray.
agwara m ndị ji meji si ha ji igbu m ha gbuo m ka Biafra wee bịa. Chineke na biko Chukwu ekeke abịa ma biko ọ bụkwarala na gị na-ahụ na nzuzo bịanụ ka iwe kasị ezinụlọ obi bịa na ụmụaka ndị dị etu ọdụdụ n'obi gị ndị kere Patrik wee si na ọ ga-ahụfu ọnwụ wee hapụ ụmụaka. Ọ bụkwara ka Biafra wee bịa mere Patrik ji nwụọ na nke dị nsụpụrụ ka ndị iro chi anya ọchị ekwekwara ka ndị iro na ndị nta ahụ wee si lekwa ha na Chineke ha ga-efụọ ha. Onye nwa dị nsọ ị na-ahụ ndị nke gị gaka igwe gosi anyị hụrụ anya gị n'ebe gị gara adịghị agwụ agwụ. Ọ bụ naanị gị ka anyị na-efe. Mma mmadụ dịrị gị Chineke, mma mmadụ dịrị gị onye ime eluigwe, mma mmadụ dịrị gị ezekasị eze niile elu. Ezinụlọ a na ụmụaka aka na-enyefe gị n'aka. O nweghị nke anyị wee nna nke dị nsọ kama biko aka iwe rọpụtara anyị. Aka iwe mee ka ụmụaka atụta bụrụ ndị gị na-atụ egwuregwu wee mara na o nwee ihe nna ha fe nwụọ tupu ha wee na-akalite mmadụ nke kọ n'aka wee gawa ụlọ akwụkwọ. Chineke nna nke igwe ka Biafra wee bịa ka anyị na-arịọ gị ise mgbe ọ ga-abụ obere nwa akụrie okwu nna ya asị na ọ bụ n'ihi ọnwụ nna ya nwụrụ ma iji were nwa anyị. Chineke nna nke bụ anya chụkwara aja nke ndụ ọ bụghị ehi ọ bụghị ehi ma ọ bụ atụrụ ọ bụ ndụ ka eji chụọ aja. Nna nke igwe ka o metụkwa gị n'obi n'anya ya metụ gị n'obi n'anya bụ ụmụ gị biko na onye nwe m n'ihi na ikpete mazụ anyị ga-anọkọ ya wee kwuo okwu anyị ga-ajụkwa ese wee sị ọ bụ ụzọ dị anya ka njem asị wee malite. Anyị ga-asị na mmadụ dịka Patrik nara azụkwere n'ihi ya ka anyị wee were ọnwụ anyị wee na-arịọ gị nna nke dị nsọ sị gị biko otuto niile na nsọpụrụ niile na ịja mma niile na ngwụli aha elu niile na ebe isi ala niile dị aha nsọ ya Chukwu okike abịa mụkwara mgbe niile ebighị ebi.
Ise. Once again, I welcome each and every one of you onto this hallowed platform. It's a sacred platform. A platform that pursues evil spirits because they cannot withstand it. We preach here, what we preach here is facts and figures, so that people's eyes will be opened. Do you understand? That is what we do here. Therefore, before I continue on my yesterday's submission, because I said I will continue it, the absurdity and the futility of thinking of fixing Nigeria. That is what I'm going to continue today. B side. I am going to play the clip of Harold Smith, one of the direct colonizers or colonizing agents of Britain, direct civil servants that colonized Nigeria. His interview before he died. But before I go on, I will go into some news headlines. Before I do that also, let me read the IPOB press release of 4th of August 2022. It says, ignore the police. No ESN or IPOB member killed in Delta State. That is IPOB. We, the global movement and noble family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, under the command of our great leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, wish to inform the public that there was no ESN or IPOB member killed in Delta State. In the same vein, we advise the Nigerian police in Delta to stop lying and misinforming the public. The second name of the police should be the Nigerian Police Lying Force, because lying has become part of their job. IPOB leadership wishes to admonish the Nigerian police not to continue deceiving the public by giving them some sense of honor. Their usual unsustainable lies has only yielded them a global reputation as one of the worst police force. We know that the usual garbage they spew through media are to demonize ESN under IPOB and justify the millions they are stealing in the amount terrorists sponsoring government allocated to destroy and dislodge IPOB and ESN respectively. Nigeria police and army cannot destroy IPOB ESN using propaganda and fallacious statements. Nigeria public are very sensible and can't be deceived easily by the hitherto gullible minds who thought that they are working but have realized that the Nigerian security agencies are a bunch of liars and propagandists. The terrorists and bandits onslaught in Nigeria have exposed their weaknesses and hollowness in their operations and capabilities. ESN volunteers did not have any gun battle with the police and no ESN operative died in Delta State. ESN are disciplined operatives. They have no business engaging police in a gun battle. ESN are after the invaders or invading terrorists in our bushes and forests, not after Nigerian police or army. But if Nigerian police make themselves terrorists and go after ESN in the bushes and forests, our gallant men and women will have no other option but to engage them as terrorists. IPOB and ESN remain formidable until Biafra freedom is totally achieved. And we remain resolute and never distracted by the Nigerian government's blackmail. Every criminal in Biafra land are linked to be members of IPOB by the police, army, VSS, and security agencies in Nigeria, including Ebubago security militia. Their plans are to demonize and blackmail IPOB and ESN, but they continue to fail because we are doing what is just, lawful, and self-preserving, and the Chukwu Okike is with us. IPOB has no problem with anyone in Delta State and will not have problem. But Nigeria police, as in their character, are creating confusion to blame it on IPOB and ESN operatives. Biafra we are fighting and dying for is fully coming, and we won't have problems with Biafrans. We are fighting for Biafrans. We are fighting for, unless those who have become a problem to us or for us. United Nations and her working group recently has shown everyone that Biafra agitation is lawful and peaceful and very much realistic. All we are waiting for is for the nation, for our nation to metamorphose into reality. How wonderful and glorious will that day be when the sun shall rise and never set again. The world shall stand still and the entire earth will feel and witness the birth of a chosen nation. The Nigeria genocidal government and their collaborators thought that the world will never talk about Biafra again after they committed genocidal war against the innocent citizens of Biafra in 1967-1970 and bribed the world into silence. But Chukwu Okike have disappointed them woefully. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB have proven that consistency pays. Our people must stop listening to the Nigerian government media propaganda and the pessimists who tell them that Biafra is dead and buried. Have faith and wait for the coming of Biafra. As the leader and prophet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has always said, Biafra is the last miracle on earth. No man born of a woman can stop it. Comrade Emma Powerful, Media and Publicity Secretary for the Indigenous People of Biafra, IPOB. You know, the Nigerian government, they are good in doing all these things. They have been playing everything. They have bribed the whole world. No way. Now they enter into subterfuge. You know, when they commit, they send their people. They shoot people, kill people, commit crime. Now after they will label it, they will put it on IPOB. Have you forgotten one time, is it in Aba or where a part of Igbo State or Abia State, where police engage in some criminals that were burning houses and shot and killed one of them. Others ran away. Only for the police, Nigerian police, to go and find out they saw the ID card is a DSS officer lying down. They kill him. You know, have you forgotten? We remind you because you are 15 minutes people. 15 minutes. You forget so quick. So why should this be a problem for us? The Nigerian government, they have bribed everybody, thinking, you know, they push everything, thinking that, you know, now that they need the gas from Nigeria. It's a very big pity. A country like Germany, they are using their Deutsche Welle in order to now start writing rubbish against Biafra, only because they want gas from Nigeria to please the caliphate, so that they will give them gas. Do you see how they roll? We are immune to their system. You understand? We have been immunized against their system. There is nothing they can bring now that will be new to us. They have played all their cards. All they wanted to do is to steer problems, kill our people, you know, using their mass men, criminals. They tell them kill our people, so that their job now, they will be pinning it on IPOB, so that people will revolt. Our people will revolt against IPOB, but everybody have known IPOB ESN, that we are peaceful. ESN is formed, or was formed, in order to fight terrorists in the bush. That is as simple as that. So our people know that ESN is not a Biafran army. If you make yourself a bushmeat, they will treat you as bushmeat. You come into the forest, they treat you as bushmeat. That is how it goes. In all these manipulations, do you know? Let me read some news headlines. I will start by this. Lai Mohammed asks Google to shut down IPOB linked YouTube channels. Do you see it? August 4, 2022. Lai Mohammed. I will read the news a bit, because their biggest problem, their biggest headache is IPOB. Let me read it a bit before I continue with what I want to say. Information Minister Lai Mohammed has requested that Google shut down YouTube channel linked to proscribed separatist group IPOB, where the Fulani terrorists are sacking communities, destroying a whole village, killing people everywhere. That is not their problem. Have you taken your time to think about this? Why is it that all that matters for them is for Nigeria to continue existing? They don't care about people that are dying. They don't care about people that are being slaughtered. What matters, what makes them too jittery, is the breakage of Nigeria. Take your time to think about this. Have you taken your time? You know, reason critically. Everywhere, no place is safe. Terrorists, they threaten to kidnap a whole president of a country. It is nothing. They threaten, you know, terrorists are on the rampage. Sometimes they clear some villages and pursue them and install the Fulanis they want. There are refugees everywhere. That is not the Nigerian problem. As long as Nigeria continues existing, people can die. After all, they harvest organs as they wish. But their problem is, their main number one problem is IPOB. And Britain it is the main problem of Britain. Headache. IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra. The quest to restructure what the zoo they have created. That is their main problem. 30,000 people, 50,000 people could be slaughtered a day in Nigeria. That is not the main concern. Do you see that? Their concern is IPOB. That is why today, Liar Mohammed has requested that Google shut down YouTube channel linked to proscribed separatist group IPOB. Ask yourself there is something there. Mr. Mohammed made the demand when a team of Google officials paid him a courtesy visit in his office on Thursday in Abuja. The delegation, led by Charles Morito, Google's regional director for government affairs, said his organization shared the sentiment of the Buhari regime on the abuse of social media by some groups. Earlier, the minister has requested channels and emails containing names of proscribed groups and their affiliates should not be allowed on Google platform. Do you think that this man is talking this thing just like that? Do you think that he's making this demand with empty hand? Nigeria finance is going down, is down the drain. They are ready to spend the last dollar, Nigerian dollar, in order to achieve this. They didn't go with empty hand. In as much as Google, they are billionaires. They will tell them, name your price, anything you want. Do you want crude oil? Is it gas? What do you want? Is it contracts? But please, our problem is IPOB. Do you see the reason why? Sometimes Facebook, when you talk about Biafra, IPOB, one family, they block you, they sanction you. Do you see? Are you now seeing the reason? Do you see it? But as our leaders say, no human being born of a woman. If you want to be born of a tree, you understand? If you want to be born in a laboratory or in space, you can never stop Biafra. Do you understand? You can never stop Biafra. No human being born of flesh, born in the laboratory, born in the outer space could ever stop this. Go and ask the Nigerian government. They will tell you how many billions of dollars they have been spending in order to stop us. No way. No way. Our leaders say we will wear them down. We will wear them. They become weak. They continue wasting their funds fighting us in futility. Do you know why? Do you know why they are failing? And they will continue failing woefully. Because we are fighting a just cause. If you understand, we are fighting a just cause. Any mouth that is risen against us will be silenced. It doesn't matter. Have you forgotten Adeyinka grandson? He come, people think that what we are doing is just only physical. Because we are on the right side of history. If you come to fight us, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on social media, within small time you become silenced. You come to fight IPOB, come to fight a Biafra cause, before long time you become silenced. Don't you know that? Ask them, they know. They will come to make a naka. Let us do like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, but to use it to fight them. Before you know, one thing or the other will lead to one thing or the other, and you will be arrested and silenced. Ask Adeyinka grandson. He thought that he can come out and talk anyhow he wants. He think that, you know why? The world knew that we are a people that have been wounded. I don't know whether people understand what I'm saying. In the subconscious of the world, the countries of the world, no matter what, when they hear us talking, they will go and say, the inside of them, inside their conscience, they know. They say, but these people, no matter what, they merit what they are saying, even more. That is what they say in their secret chambers. But the world politics will not allow them in order to embrace the reality. Britain will continue fighting in order to continue putting up the structure the zoo he created. Do you understand? That is why it doesn't matter how we shout, how we talk in any way. The world know that we are on the right course. That no people that suffer like us. Do you know that Britain hid the genocide committed against us from 1966 to 1970? They vetoed the power not to bring it out to the United Nations. Do you know that? It is still a secret file of Britain. The crime, the genocide committed against us, it is still with Britain. They officially, they never give it to United Nations or release it to the United Nations. Do you know that? That is a reality. No matter what, these people that are fighting us, BBC, but in their mindsets, in their individual minds, they know that we are a people that are wounded, that has been killed, that has been massacred, second to only the Jewish massacre, the Jewish genocide of the Second World War. And you want us to keep quiet? You want us to continue keeping mute, to behave as some people think? No, we cannot. What we are doing, the whole world know that we are right. That is why when you come to fight us, you meet your demise. That is it. Now it's taking why not ask Liar Mohammed? Oh, okay, you are talking to people that embrace knowledge and wisdom, and we are able to build Google, gigantic world structure like Google and Facebook and co. Now you as a government, these are individuals, so these are private sector. You as a government, you cannot even invest in the brains, in the human resources, tap on the brains of your so-called citizens in order to build something like Google. No, but you are asking them, please help us. Are you not ashamed? Are you not ashamed of yourself, Liar Mohammed and the Nigerian government? Whereas you hold hostage the people, the zombies in Nigeria with religion, with ethnicity, with everything you can. But people that are free, they are moving on, manufacturing things, bringing up things like Google, Facebook, Meta, all these building satellites. But all that matters to you is bringing terrorists to occupy, to take over people's land, as they are taking people Hausa's lands in Zamfara, in Sokoto, in every part of the north. Hausas and other indigenous people, they are suffering it, but we continue encouraging the Hausas to continue rising up. As long as you are a non-Fulani, join the Hausas in fighting against these Marwedas. The Fulani, they don't mean any good to you. Please, you should understand this. The emancipation of Biafra, we see the reorganization of what Britain created, that nonsense they created. I will go into that, but later on, please. So, channels such as Biafra Digest, the Biafra Digest TV, which is also the Biafra Digest, which is also showing live my broadcast, putting it on air live right now as I'm telling you. These are the channels that Lai Mohammed targeted, so that they will bring them down, because we are preaching the gospel of emancipation, so that people will come out and remove themselves from being zombies. What the Europeans suffered during the medieval period, prior to to their emancipation, prior to their enlightenment, the awakening of the Europeans. Prior to 15th, 16th century, the Europeans were zombie, the European people, they were zombies like this, like Nigerians. Thinking that, oh, God put the Duke of Archduke of Canterbury there. The Duke of Austro-Hungarian Empire. They say God is God that put them there. So anything they say, even if they shit on people, even if they cut off people's neck, it's God's way. God is doing it through their hand. Zombies, the medieval European people, they were taking it. They were taking it to say it's all is God. Oh, go and pray, is God. That's it. People are not equal. So we are chosen by God in order to be your rulers. But a time came, Europeans started thinking. Their mentality started changing. The awakening started coming. They started saying, but how come we in this planet Earth, how come some people are chosen, brought by God, by so-called God, now to lord it over others, to kill us at will, to be billionaires and be enjoying why ordinary people are in the misery? They are working what all these billionaires are spending, but they are receiving, receiving stipends just to survive. And the European public, they rose up. That was the start of European revolutions. Their eyes were open. It seems that the scales from their eyes were removed, and they went down and slaughtered. They massacred their kings and queens, their corresponding to their politicians, even their clergy. Those bishops that we are telling them, oh, leave it, is God that choose them, pray for them only. They massacred all of them and took over. You see very bright young people, the products of revolution, they took over. People like Napoleon Bonaparte of France, they took over and they eradicated the remaining anti-revolutionists in France. Others the same thing in other countries, in other European countries. And that is why today Europe is being built. They progress. They understand what it means to have wisdom. You are sentenced to continue pursuing money. Now go and look for money. Oh, money. Ask for money. Oh, God will make miracle for money will fall down from heaven for you. Oh, you are who is bringing you down? It's a demon. That demon that lives in the one tree behind your house. That is the demon troubling you. That is why you cannot succeed. And you will go and cut a very innocent tree that is producing oxygen. That is producing oxygen for everybody. You go and cut it down, thinking that demons that are living there, that is demons that are living there. Don't you know that you are stupid? The demons that are troubling you, our lives, are the politicians. Those that are telling you to pray. Oh no, pray, God will see everybody through. And all these pastors, imams, clergy that are supporting them, these are the people you have to rise up and go after them. Do something. What the Sri Lankans are doing, that is what we preach here. That is it. Therefore, we must continue. So let me just continue reading a bit. Lai Mohammed was complaining or targeting channels like Biafra Digest, Omo Biafra TV, Biafra Digest TV, and Asa Biafra. We are cited for targets. Do you see? But terrorists, Fulani terrorists, are killing people every day, abducting people. It is not their concern. Do you understand? They are busy. The Nigerian government is busy helping building infrastructures in Niger. It is none of their concern. They are building alternative country. It is none of their concern. All their concern, what matters, what they want to bring down is IPOB. That is why they encourage infiltrators in our midst. Have you seen? Just watch all these infiltrators, all these demons that we are in our midst. Most of them expelled. Go to their broadcasting platforms. You see people commenting, praising them. These are government agents. Oh, right on. You are, yes, you will give us Biafra. These are Nigerian agents using different names. It is intelligent to work. When you scroll the comment, you say, oh, right on. They encourage because they want to make sure that IPOB is pulled down, because that is what gives them headache. That is what gives them sleepless nights. Do you understand? So they want to polarize so that there will be confusion. If IPOB gives order, other people will come and say, we are under IPOB, under Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No, this order, no. They give counter order. This is how the enemies, our enemies, we know all these things. But woe betide thee for being used. Woe unto thee. You know, Christ say, it is written that the Son of Man shall be betrayed. But he gave, there is a woe to that person that agreed to be used. Because you are not innocent. You should never be considered innocent. It doesn't matter. You say it's a spiritual, it's from God. God made it like that. Yes, but you that made yourself available for you to be used against the children of Chukwokike, woe betide thee. Do you understand? You know, when Hitler was massacring the Jews, he put it as he saw it as divine, to kill the Jews. But what happened to Hitler? The Jews he was massacred. He thought he would kill all of them. Are they not one of the most powerful countries in this world? That is how life is. But when he was doing it, he was happy. After I think somebody called him, my God, Hitler. They call him God now. Some people call him God, the Germans. You know what you are doing? It is divine. So God is using you to exterminate the Jews because of their stiff-neckedness. And he was happy, bragging. He was happy, bragging. He never knew. I don't know, sorry. I off my telephone without knowing. I don't know whether my voice was coming out before. It's now I remembered that I didn't on my telephone. My goodness me. And I've said many things. As I was saying, Hitler, and when he started this mission of targeting the Jews, the European Jews, somebody told him that, Elga, what you are doing is divine. You are doing the work of God. You are punishing the Jews for their bad behavior. And he was happy. He said because it's God using him in his brain. Do you understand? But today, where is Hitler and where are the Jews? Those Jews he killed, thinking that he will exterminate them. Are they not one of the most powerful countries in this world? Israel today. That is why do not make yourself available. Even if in the 12, in every 12, there must be a Judas. But woe betide that Judas. There is a woe, a curse for somebody to make himself available, to be used. Do you understand? Look at Okpa Biasika today. Where is his children today? Ask yourself. Even if okay, I said my voice was being heard. Thank you, there, Mazi. Even if as Nigeria won, defeated Biafra, but never conquered us. Nigeria defeated Biafra. Today, where is Okpa Biasika? Where is Okpa Biasika family? I'm asking you. Where is Okpa Biasika? For you to understand that betrayal doesn't pay. Betrayal never pays. If you make yourself a willing tool because of your selfish aggrandizement, in order to betray your own people, you will end up being fool. You will end up being the victim. You will bear the brunt because there is a woe. There is a woe, a curse on it. That is the reality. We must continue. As I said, we must continue. Let me also read this news headline. Bandits block Enugu Port Harcourt highway, burn army van, abduct scores of passengers. This thing happened. I talked about it yesterday. It was a news carried on the 2nd of August. Scores of passengers were reportedly abducted weekend by kidnappers suspected to be headsmen who blocked the Enugu Port Harcourt highway between Leiru Junction and Ihube axis. That is the place they are. It was gathered that the gunmen, numbering about 30, abducted the entire occupants of 3 buses. The bandits, said to be heavily armed, were said to have attacked a team of soldiers drafted to the scene following a distress call. Are you seeing it? A youth leader in Umunnuchi who spoke with Vanguard yesterday said the situation has heightened anxiety in the area, in our land. Now, the Nigerian government, this is not their problem. Their problem is IPOB. That is why if I see you as a Biafran, you don't support what we are doing, you are an idiot. Just imagine a country, a government that is tormenting you. Now they are condemning, they are against IPOB. You should know that there is something that IPOB is doing that is harming them. And that is what you should join. Because the government of Nigeria is supporting directly the terrorists. Do you know that? But ignorance, lack of reasoning will not allow you to think that way. You know, the enemy of your enemy should be your friend. You know that? The Nigerian government that is not protecting you. Governor of Katsina State yesterday said Nigerians should protect themselves, that Nigerian police and army cannot protect Nigerians any longer. You should protect yourself on self-defense like Americans. He said it pump and plain. And now a government that cannot protect you, they are fighting a people, calling them names, trying everything to demonize them. Only that people. Whereas terrorists are every day. They don't talk against all these terrorists, so they don't fight against them. Do you understand? After all, a Nigerian military man openly confessed that Boko Haram and all those other terrorists, they are known as government boys by them, because they receive secret order not to harm any of them. Capture them with your hand. Don't shoot at them. Capture them. Try. And he said that for one Boko Haram to be captured, that at least from 5 to 8 Nigerian soldiers will die. Now, this government that is treating you like this is now having a very big enemy called IPOB. Why that Nigeria government is your enemy? Therefore, the enemy of your enemy should be your friend. It doesn't matter the ethnicity you have. You will have to think. That is reasoning. We make you to reason. Think critically. The enemy of your enemy should be your friend. Do you understand? All that matters for Nigeria is to bring IPOB down, because we are the people truly facing them, exposing their colonization agenda. Do you understand? So they want to clear us from the way. Now make everybody continue being stupid, and they will just go through their agenda. but they see us as a stumbling block. They see Mazi Nnamdi Kanu as a stumbling block. They see IPOB as a stumbling block. That is why they are demonizing, telling international community, oh, proscribe IPOB, oh, do this, do that, oh, do, because we are the real people. Whether you like it or not, believe it or not, that is the reality. They will praise others, say, can't you fight freedom for freedom? One time I think they say, why can't you fight freedom fighting like others? They give example for others. Those that are building hostels. Why can't you fight freedom fighting like Masop? They were telling us IPOB. Do you remember? I think is their the presidency spokesperson. So they want to, they are now directing us do like others, so that because we are harming them, we are harming their interests, we are blocking the complete colonization of everybody. That is the reality. Bandits block Enugu Port Harcourt Highway, Bon Van, in Okigwe Soto. This is the gift of Ojo Zokalo. I don't know why even the prelate, the bishop that was kidnapped, he never called Ojo Zokalo to congratulate him for bringing that gift of the first Ruga in Biafra land. He boasted about it. That after all, he brought the Fulani to Logba. People should be calling Ojo Zokalo to congratulate him for giving us this very nice gift. Today, the Nigerian military, they are protecting following cows. The video is there. The photo is there. Nigerian military protecting cows, following them with guns, instead of following human beings that are being massacred. No, Nigerians, can't you think? No, I don't know. Can't you think that cows are better? The lives of cows are better than your lives. That is for the Fulani. Your lives is nothing. Cows are better. It's better to live with cows than to live with you. Can't you think? That is why they go to Zamfara communities, villages, they wipe away everybody and they bring cows and other things to live there. Sokoto, the same thing. Plateau, the same thing. Why? I don't know what will happen to Nigerians to rise up. I don't know. But we must continue in what we are doing. Whether you love us or hate us, we must continue. Like Muhammad, your ass is ground. Your ass is grass. You understand? Because we are fighting a just cause. There is nothing you can do to stop us. That is the reality. Okay, another news say why over 7 million online voters, voter applicants will not vote next year. INEC. Okay, who are over 7 million, sorry. Over 7 million online voter applicants will not vote next year. Who are the online voters? They are mostly Biafrans. Fulani, do they know how to even log online? They are still in 7th century, locked up in 7th century. The way they want us to be locked up in 7th century. So who are that is their political manipulations. Do you understand? In order to keep you aground, and we say no. We say no, it can never happen. Do you understand me? I think, and the last news I will read, news headline: Ekweremadu to remain in custody till 31st October, and rightly so, because he merits that. You know, there is something I see with Nigerians. I'm saying this, and I used to say it. Nigerians support evil. Do you understand? Nigerians support evil. This is a wickedness. This is something that is an anti-nature. That is why everything that is happening in Nigeria, It cannot happen, or it doesn't happen other places. No electricity in this 21st century. Where in this world do you see no electricity? Where? Just tell me. Because Nigerians support evil. This is a Kuremado case. A person like that. The people don't understand. They caught a Kuremado at the airport with a cash of, I think, either $20,000 or over $20,000. Do you know that it is money laundering? People don't. Do you know that the basic traveling allowance (BTA) the highest you are allowed to carry as of now everywhere in the world cash is $10,000. Every other one you have to declare it, and they will ask you how you got the money. But a Kuremado traveled, I think, from Turkey and came to United Kingdom with cash without declaring it. That is number one. Now the boy, what people are now arguing? Oh, the boy say he was 15 years, and then now he is not 15, he's 21. And so what? Can you just? We all understand how Nigeria is, how Nigerian politicians are. Just imagine yourself in the boy's shoe. They come and tell you that they will take you to London, to United Kingdom, prepare your papers, everything, but you have to go on medical tests. Once they test you, they see that you can donate your kidney. They'll tell you, okay, your kidney, the only situation for you to go to London, the only condition is for you have to promise to donate your kidney to Kuremado's daughter. Imagine if it is you. Won't you agree? Even if you are 30 years, you will agree. You will agree now, because one, if you don't agree, you will be killed. Tomorrow, they will send DSS or military to shoot you like a chicken and tam you, or even they will pay some useless ebubago to kill you and tam you an armed robber or tam you ESN. That is the reality. Now, what you have to do, you have to pretend and say, okay, I'm going. You know what people are doing now to try to demonize the boy, the victim. Victim of the situation. Nigerians, if I'm reading some things, I'm afraid. I say, so why are Nigerians behaving like this? They support evil. Let me ask you, a Kuremado with the money he's saluting, can't he go to India or obtain kidney officially, even if it costs $100,000? $100,000 is nothing to a Kuremado. Why can't he do it? Why? Because that greed is there. They want a pure Igbo blood, pure Igbo kidney, because they might go there and they give him the kidney of another race. So he want pure Igbo blood. He used his authority, his position, in order to influence the trafficking of this boy. People, he's been rejected. He was rejected. His bail was rejected today. He should remain in custody till 31st of October. That is the reality. Do you understand? He must remain in custody till the 31st October. Don't you understand that? Do you think you are Lord and Savior and Creator of Britain is like you? Orangutans. Do you think they look at somebody's face? Even if the British government are corrupt. Do you understand? The judiciary, they are pure. Let me tell you, they are independent. That thing you say, please, even if, let me tell you, if one day any British politician calls the judge and tells him something in secret, please, that man, consider him. That person, consider him is going. He will just publish it in the news, call the newspaper, the media, and tell them what the call he received, and finish. The person's career is finished because he will not survive 24 hours. So all the politicians, the British politicians, they are afraid to intervene in this type of thing when it comes to reality. So Ekweremadu, who is untouchable in Nigeria, who planned and also participated in the sponsorship of renditioning our leader, he is taking his own in the United Kingdom. He is in jail. Senate speaker, former Senate speaker. Do you understand? That is how the world is, and how I wish he will suffer there. His wife was granted bail, I think, on the 22nd of July, but he is refused because he is the main culprit. After all, his wife will deny him that I didn't know that my wife is so I'm not complicit. It's that is it. I didn't know, and he's right. He is the Ekweremadu. It's him, because he understood what he was doing. One, money laundering. They carry cash as they want. They think the whole world, is like Nigeria. Anything you want to go and do. Do you know I'm a senator of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? Who know you? Who know you? As long as once you move out from that enclave, that zoo, who know you? You become ordinary person. It's only in Nigeria can people that should be stoned to death. They praise them because Nigerians are very cheap, as cheap as anything. You can buy them with anything. That is why everybody is suffering. You understand? Let me go to the subject matter of today. Yesterday I talked about how India restructured what Britain created as an Asian zoo. But before I go on, let me make these announcements, please. Let me make these two announcements. Let me get it, please. There will be IPOB summer mega rallies. Listen, in the indigenous people of Biafra in United Kingdom, they will have summer mega rallies happening live in 3 cities or regions. 3 cities, regions. Number 1 place is Milton Keynes on Saturday, 27th of August, 2022. On Saturday, 27th of August, 2022. Time is 10 a.m. at City Center and environs. When we say UK's mega rallies, it should be mega rallies. Everybody should endeavor. On Saturday, the 27th of August, 2022. Time 10 a.m. Milton Keynes. Now the second place is Leicester. On Saturday, 10th of September, 2022. Time 10 a.m. at Clock Tower, BBC, African Caribbean Center, AGM, and Victoria Park, BBQ Picnic. Now the third place is Liverpool. Sunday, the 16th of October, 2022. Time 12 noon. At Anfield, ahead of Liverpool Football Club versus Manchester United, Manchester City EPL fixture. Kickoff. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never walk alone. That is it. Participation inquiries. Contact the UKNC, UK National Coordinator, on, take this line, 078 177 96032. I repeat, 078 177 96032 or Chief Nise Nook, and let me spell it. That is the Gmail, the email address. Chief Chief Nice UKNC. Chief Nice UKNC at gmail.com. Chief all these are one word, please. CHIEFNICENUKNC, all small letters at gmail.com. That is the first announcement. You can call and ask about make inquiries. Another one is Biafra Education Awareness Day / Dissemination BEAD 2022. You know, last time I streamed it live on Radio Biafra last year. Topic: humanitarian response to Biafra genocide. Date: Saturday, 28th August 2022. Saturday, 28th August 2022. Time 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Several speakers will be available. Venue is Ian Gillard Lecture Theatre, Goldsmiths University of London, New Cross, London, SE146NW. These are the two announcements, please. Now I will go into the subject of the day. The subject of the day. The business of the day. Before I continue, also, stop calling these people the House of Fulani. There is nothing like House of Fulani as a people. What we have are the Hausa and the Fulani as different people. Do you understand? The Hausa and the Fulani as different people. The history of the presence of the Fulani in Hausa land was made open, started during the time of Ottoman Danfodio, with the coming of Ottoman Danfodio. Ottoman Danfodio, remember, he was born in Hausa land, but his parents came from Futajelam. They were cattle headers. They came and they settled in maybe one forest in Hausa land, as they used to do. And the Hausas, they said, okay, these are Muslims like us, like some of us, so let's give them, no problem. And they received them as fellow Muslims. The same way, the same thing they used to deceive other places, like in Guinea, the Jalonges, in Mali, the same thing. They use, where necessary, they use religious sentiment to enter. Where necessary, they use illusion called Nigeria. Oh, we are one Nigeria. We have the right to live anywhere we can. They enter. Before you know, like our brother said yesterday, they start putting Emir of Aba, Emir of Cross River, Emir of Calabar. They have openly done this one, crowned Emir of Asaba. Little by little. Why are they doing it? Because it's one Nigeria. Because they cannot use religion, because you are not the same. We are not the same with them in religion. So they use we are one country, so we have the right. But these are the people that are going around telling you that, look, they don't care about Nigeria, your nationality. Every Fulani is a Nigerian, whether it's a Fulani from Sudan, whether it's Fulani from Mauritania, whether it's Fulani from anywhere, Mali. They are all Nigerians. They are being sponsored to come into Nigeria to stay. Where are they staying? In your lands. In our lands they want to take. So when it is convenient for them, they use religion. Oh, we are Muslims, don't worry, allow us, we are good Muslims. Oh, no, don't worry. When you allow them little, they will, before you know, just like elephants. Oh, just please allow me to put my tusk. It's raining. And you say, okay, but this place is very, very small for all of us. No, only my tusk. Before you know, he put his tusk. Before you know, from Tusk, he force his leg, or his leg, before you know, he force you out. That is exactly the Fulani for you. They use religion where they should, where they can. When they see that the people are Muslims, they come, oh, we are Muslim brothers like you. Allow us. They quote for you Quran where you have to be hospitable to our Muslim brothers. And people, the indigenous people that are foolish, they will say, okay, don't worry, come. Oh, what is it? We are all one. Before you know, they turn around and start killing those people and take over their land. That is what they did to the Hausa people. We are necessary also, like in the case of Nigeria, they say, no, after all, we are all Nigerians. We have the right to stay anywhere in Nigeria. As if, as a Nigerian, okay, if you are going, everybody's home is public, for the public. Why not as a Nigerian, you enter somebody's house? If he's talking, say, no, I'm a Nigerian, you're a Nigerian, so I have the right to stay in your house. After all, you're a Nigerian. Because it's your property. I don't know, do people reason at all? Do Nigerians reason at all? Oh, it's Nigeria, so we have to stay anywhere we want. After all, it's a forest is for everybody. Forest, no, is for people. In our land, forest belongs to people, belongs to us. Belongs to the indigenous people. It doesn't fall down from heaven. You know what Fulani they used to do? They say, after all, you didn't come from this world with land. Enter this world with land. That God is there. God put it there for everybody. That is their argument of taking over everybody's land. The question I ask, if it's there for everybody, then why are you personalizing it? Why then do you go and take it? Why? If it's there. Do you see how they manipulate everybody? Do you see it? We are necessary they use religion. We are necessary they use country. In the case of Nigeria, country. Oh, Nigeria is one. Oh, it's our country. We have the right. We are Fulani can be Bayelsa. You see, they give it as example. Oh, a Fulani person can see himself as a Bayelsa. But you yourself, you are nothing. Do you see it? As if, they will give you example. Oh, Igbos are living in the north. They are living in Kano. Yes, they are living there. They are renting houses. They don't go and occupy people's bushes. That is one thing. When I hear this argument, it's too junior. The shops they are paying. They either buy it or they are paying rent. Do you understand? How many places have Igbos been pursued from Lagos? Now, after building the place, after developing the place, one day government will come and say, oh, it's one a community that own that land, so you have to relocate. And before you know, they relocate. Let people be wise. Do you understand? Stop calling them Hausa Fulani. The Fulani, they are strangers. Recent strangers. In many African countries, West African countries even, they didn't recognize Fulani as indigenous people. When you read for example, you read their history, like Cameroon even, they don't recognize Fulani as part of their ethnic group. In Cameroon, they don't recognize Fulani because they know that Fulani, they are recent visitors. Do you understand? You cannot come and occupy somebody's land because of one thing or the other, because they answer the same name. All they are Fulani, so they can come from anywhere and start speaking the same language. Is it not cheating? It is high time indigenous population should be wise. Hausa people, Nupe people, Gwari, open your eyes. Stop following foolishly. You are politicians. They are deceiving you. They are handing you over directly to the Fulani Caliphate, because that is the way they get money. That is the way they get to their political position. Selling you. That is the reality. But when you open eyes, you can understand. So people should rise up and do the needful. Look at the Nigerian government, the Caliphate, donating vehicles of $1 point something billion to Niger Republic, And you are telling me, is it normal? Nigerians cannot reason? Are they so dumb? Now, as I was saying, the topic of my submission said the second part, the absurdity and futility. I put futility of thinking of fixing Nigeria. The second part. You know, I said it the other day, yesterday. Any person that is telling you that he is going to be a president of Nigeria and fix Nigeria, that person, it doesn't matter whether he's your father, whether he comes from your community, whether he comes from your village, he's simply a criminal. You know, there are criminals, maybe innocent criminals, first timers that they don't know. They are doing something out of innocence or out of hardship. Now they enter to do, you know. But no, this one is a hardened criminal. You understand? Any person telling you that I will fix Nigeria, I will become Nigeria president, is a hardened criminal. I am giving you the instance of Peter Obi. He knows what he's doing. You know, the headache of Britain is IPOB. You know, I wrote it some time ago. That write-up is out of inspiration. I'm telling you honestly. The thing just flashed my head direct, and I started writing it. I said, look, Peter Obi, he should tell people what he discussed with the British. He should tell people. Let me tell you one thing. The British intelligence, they know Peter Obi's, you know, the scent, you call him. Or make a business from importation. Britain, they understand his secret. They know his secret. So they can use it to manipulate him. Because they will tell him, if we reveal one thing, just reveal it to the press, you go to jail. I'm telling you. People don't understand. You know, sometimes, let me tell you, as an individual, as a private citizen, if you are doing some businesses, if you are doing your business and you're doing things that are committing crimes in your businesses, but covering it up as an individual, let me tell you, all these foreign agencies, foreign security agencies like CIA, like M16, they will be watching you. They will keep quiet. They will be watching you, organizing proofs, taking photos, everything, your photos, but they will keep quiet. They will not want to arrest you. Do you know the reason? They will know that, mostly from Nigeria, they will know that tomorrow you might enter into political office or make quests, start questing. Once you gather money, you know, because after building your business and you're a billionaire, there is nothing again than to power. That is the second thing. Now enter into power. Not every time you are calling Olga, can you do this thing for me? And he will charge you as a billionaire. Why not go and vie for office? It is that time now. The secret service, foreign secret services like the CIA, the M16 or M15, which one? They are the British Secret Service. They will come into power. They will come into being. Once you win first thing, they will invite you and tell you, oh, Mr. Peter Obi, how are you? Do you know in 1974, do you know this is your photo, right? Do you know what we are doing here? We get your photo. Okay. In 1985, 86, 87, in the 80s, throughout the 80s, we followed you everywhere you are going. And look at, do you know what you are doing? They will show him everything. He will be dumbfounded. The time he thought that he was, smarter than everybody. Now, the British Secret Service will tell him, they will tell him, no, not that we are not going to reveal you. Okay, don't worry. Only now you're a politician, you have to work with us. Finish. That's it. We protect you. No person will touch you. You have to work with us. The same way they manipulated Azikiwe. I will play the clip and you hear. That person will be there. It is his secret. He will not. His wife will never even know that he met something. You know, the Secret Service, they know his secrets. All the time he has been dealing illicitly, doing money laundering business. Oh, you are doing you are importing, you are exporting, you are doing this, you are representative of a so company. They are monitoring everything, getting proofs, your financial records. Even if you enter any other illicit business, they monitor, they know. They are waiting for you to come up to vie for higher political office. That time they will invite you. And I believe it's one of the things that was revealed to Peter Obi in number 10 Downing Street. They encourage him. When they revealed all those things to him, he was they said, no, don't worry. We are not going to reveal it to any media. Don't worry. Only if you will work with us. That is the only condition. He will say, okay, how? No problem, I'm ready. Even I'm ready to become the president, I'll work with you. They say, okay, resign from APC and PDP. Do you see IPOB? It's our main headache. You are an Igbo man. Go into there. Tell them, we will help you to publicize you through our agents in the social media, everywhere. We will put that sentiment because it's we will create you because you'll be working for us. All we want to do is destroy IPOB. That is the only thing we want. And nothing. He said, he will tell them, look, I hate IPOB. You see this Biafra? Don't you see my record? I killed them when I was a governor. They say, yes, that is why we want you to work with us. But remember, if we give you order, any day we give you order and you disobey, we'll just release just one of your secrets, and you will be stoned and be arrested and be jailed. The European secret services in general, they work with scandal. That is why they use many of all these women. Do you understand? Many of all these women, foreign. It's a common thing. Me, I read a lot James Hadley Chase. When you read all these espionage books and films, you understand how things work. Your brain, you will start thinking in a very sophisticated way. You will see that all that glitters are not gold. Do you understand? So they use all these gas, they will arrange for you only for blackmail. Finish. So that they will use that blackmail, either recruit you, you become their agent, or they use it to handle you, to direct you. If you want to go, they'll say, hey, do you remember? You say, oh, please. Because if you mess up, they will reveal that secret and you will just simply commit suicide. Finish. Your life is finished. So, any person that is thinking or telling people that he will fix Nigeria is a hardcore criminal. Let me start playing this clip, please. This is an interview granted to Harold Smith. I think it was 2002 or thereabouts. I think the journalist is a Nigerian journalist, whether it's a Yoruba or Igbo. And Harold Smith said that he has been waiting for this opportunity to talk on a Nigerian media platform before he dies, because he has many things to reveal. Please, I have played this for a long time, I think last 2 years or last 3 years, but I want you to listen again. The Nigeria you want to fix, please listen and listen attentively, because I will be interjecting and explaining, analyzing from time to time. Please listen. Remember, today being the 4th day of August 2022. The topic of my submission is the second part of the absurdity and futility of thinking of fixing Nigeria. Please listen. This is the voice of Harold Smith, who was, I think, a labor minister. He called himself a minister of statistics. So he knows the state secret. Listen attentively.
Hello. And Mrs. Carol Smith, welcome to the program.
Was that time with his
May I say
wife?
how delighted we are to be on Passion. We've looked forward to speaking to an African television station for decades.
This man said that he is highly delighted to be in this program, in this interview, because he has been seeking for this opportunity for decades to be in one African platform, media platform, to say what he wants to say, what he will say now. If you understand, continue listening.
This is something we have looked forward to for such a long time, and we are so happy to be here.
Thank you. Mr. Harold Smith was a young, bright, and principled Oxford University graduate who was recruited by the Colonial Office and posted to Nigeria. He took his final examination a year ahead of his class. He also married Mrs. Carol Smith, whom he met while they were both at Oxford University. Together they went to Nigeria, where they had their 2 children. Mr. Harold Smith, you were featured in a program recently by BBC Radio 4,
Yes.
titled Document,
Yes.
and that was hosted by Mr. Mike Thompson.
Yes.
You are alleged that the British government rigged the first and most important election in the history of Nigeria in 1959 in favor of the North. Am I correct?
Yes.
How long were you in Nigeria for?
From 1955 to 1960. And we were based in Lagos. I was on the staff of the Department of Labour. I was largely occupied with employment problems, all the employment exchanges, and statistics, and international reports, and was kept pretty busy. I was also stationed in Lagos in charge of the capital and the port. I was the port labour officer as well, and I also devised a port labour scheme and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income after they'd finished work. It was a provident scheme, as I say, it was called the National Provident Scheme, and I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You've mentioned 3.
Before I continue this, please, let me bring a very disturbing breaking news to our attention before I continue. There are some disturbing news coming from China against Biafrans living in China. It has come to our knowledge that the Nigerian government, in collaboration with Chinese government in Guangzhou immigration, are abducting IPOB members who are using UNHCR, United Nations High Commission for Refugees certificate, and resident in China. This, our brother, for the past 2 months now, was abducted by Chinese immigration and kept incommunicado. His only crime is because he is IPOB member using UNHCR protection certificate. The UN issues UNHCR protection documents to IPOB members as those being persecuted in Nigeria, and rightly so. But the Chinese Guangzhou immigration will seize the certificate of UN given to our IPOB members in China and try to detain them. UN must protect Biafrans in China against Chinese immigration police. Do you see, Nigeria government is fighting us anywhere, everywhere, but you know, their ass is grass. And as I'm talking, I would like, when my lines are open, somebody from China could call, please, and give us a first-hand information. Please, somebody from China IPOB from China, please. He says today someone spoke with one of the zoo agents here in China. He told me that the zoo tell the Chinese authority not to allow our people to use UNHCR certificate in China because Nigeria is safe and nothing is happening in Nigeria. The zoo agent told me tonight. Do you see it? Do you see how they are fighting us everywhere? But you know, the tempest can go wide. Remember, the tempest, the wind can blow, everything can make noise, but after Akofecha or Darao, IPOB, the indigenous people of Biafra are being killed in the zoo. That is the reality. We are being killed, and rightly so. The United Nations High Commission for Refugee, their papers must be respected. Any person under United Nations High Commission for Refugee, under their protection, no, every government, it is under the international law mandate to protect that person. That is what we urge. The Nigerian government, they are desperate. They are highly desperate. The useless, the miserable Nigerians money. They give our gas free of charge. Crude oil free of charge in order to bribe the world to fight IPOB. But remember, Hitler tried to kill all the Jews. Today, Israel is one of the most powerful countries of the world. Hitler is gone. His Nazi party is gone and gone forever. Do you see? When you fight the children of the Most High, when you fight them, you cannot succeed. It is impossible. You can feel that, oh, you are getting them. Oh, you can never. Remember the leaked conversation between the second part, Kunle and Alhaji. He said that any person, he agreed, they know. Say if you are fighting the Igbos, you are stupid. you will perish. That if you are fighting us, you will perish. They know. The Kremite, they come from the Kremite Empire. We hold the key of this world. You cannot fight us. You fight no matter what the punishment we are undergoing. If you are being used in order to fight us, to try to fight us, you see, you will perish like Hitler. Hitler, even none of his body parts was seen. None. I say none. All they are doing is speculation. Oh, this head belongs to him. Oh, this piece of teeth belongs to him. Oh, no. Because he tried, he thought that, he was divinely mandated to kill the Jews, not knowing that it's a trap set for him. So the caliphate, there is someday, our leader said this, that for the caliphate trying to take over the land of the children of Chukwukike Abiyama, that we will fight them, we make sure even the Hausa will rise up and pursue them and throw them out. People, he said, people, it seems you used to forget. We don't forget. We don't have the same brain with Nigerians that are 15 minutes. Write it in paper. That for the caliphate being so arrogant that they will deal with us as they want, they don't know the people they are dealing with. It might seem that, oh, the suffering is too much, but just like the Jews, they were slaughtered. They seem the world forgot them. They were being slaughtered in their millions. But what happened? Today they are one of the most powerful countries of the world with nuclear weapons. They build things. You don't dare them. That is the reality. So, if you want to use any country, it is only for a time. After, the country will understand and the tide will turn against you. That is the reality. The reason we are fighting a just cause, fighting for our survival. We are not trying to take something that belongs to another person. We are not trying to take something that belongs to the Fulani, neither the Hausa nor the Yoruba. We are just saying our own thing to protect ourselves. But you say, no, you want to kill us because you have the power. Being God, you are. No, you are not God. It's impossible. Therefore, China has demanded the obligation to protect the indigenous people of Biafra. Any person they see with United Nations High Commission for Refugees protection documents should be protected. It is a mandate. Nigeria is deceiving you. They are lying to you. Do you understand? So let us go back and continue what we are saying. They are interviewing this Harold Smith, who was a labor officer, a colonial labor officer in Nigeria. He came to Nigeria 1955 till 1960 directly. So he is not talking from a hearer's viewpoint. He is explaining to you what happened. He participated. You know why I like many white people? No matter the crime they commit after, many of them used to have remorse. They know that what they did is bad. Before they die, they must vomit. They must vomit. Even at their deathbed, they must open up and say, no, we committed this. Like the CIA agent that killed Bob Marley, that infected him, gave him a shoe that was infected with, I think, is it tuberculosis or which kind of disease? He confessed at his deathbed that, look, people thought that Bob Marley died of cancer or because he smokes too much. No, it is the CIA that killed him through me. I am the direct agent that poisoned him. And we gave him that poison so that his death will look natural. You know, they develop different things. The same way they killed Obadiah Mailafia. And you see it as a natural death. Oh, okay, his health is deteriorating. Oh, he's having diabetes. These are things they will infuse in you. They know governments, they have all these diseases. The Fulani Caliphate can obtain it. That is why even Obadiah Mailafia, I used to say I'm very, very annoyed for him. This is not how to do something. You don't have to show stupid bravado. That is stupidity. Of fighting, making this type of statements and fighting the caliphate, and you are in their midst. Come on. That is not being fearless. No, this is stupidity. Please continue listening.
Officer as well, and I also devised a port labour scheme and later a social security scheme, which was one of the first in Africa, which guaranteed workers some income after they'd finished work. It was a providence scheme, as I say, it was called the National Providence Scheme, and I was very proud to have put that on the statute book.
I was going to ask you what your role is. You've mentioned 3 in Paran. Is there any particular name given to your office while you were there?
Just labour officer.
I was a labour officer, a senior civil servant.
Okay.
I only intended to stay in Lagos initially for 2 tours of duty. Although, because of this conflict with the elections, there were difficulties. Actually, government wouldn't let me leave the civil service. They were determined that I should stay in the civil service after my 2 tours. And I was offered very considerable incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government. Primarily this was because I had access to state secrets. I learned, and the Governor General himself confirmed this to me, that the elections were...
You know, this man was saying that because he had access to state secrets, even when his work contract finished for him to go back, the British government couldn't leave him. They don't want to leave him. They say he offered him many high incentives to continue. You know why? Because once you know some secrets, you are you are in for trouble. Once you know some state secrets, let me tell you, that's why you are in for trouble. If you try to leave, they will eliminate you. That is it. So continue listening.
Rigged, contrived. The intention was that the North should rule Nigeria.
Listen again, please.
Incentives, including a knighthood, to stay and work for government. Primarily this was because I had access to state secrets. I learned, and the Governor General himself confirmed this to me, that the elections were rigged, contrived. The intention was that the North should rule Nigeria.
The first election and most important election conducted in 1959, prior to independence. That is when you see Britain starts working, their manipulation. This man is telling you direct that the election was rigged in favor of the North because they want the North to rule Nigeria, which is what is happening today. Does this sound any alarm into you? When you see people coming to say, "Oh, I will fix Nigeria," oh, then give me. I look at them, I laugh. I say, "These are hardened criminals because they understand. They know what they are doing, only to cover up either the blackmail that they are being held hostage with." That is the thing. Because Britain gave Nigeria to some people, just like the Reverend Father used to play his clip in Igbo language. Used to say, Britain gave the caliphate, Sokoto Caliphate, Nigeria to hold for them. You continue listening, please. I don't want to preempt.
Even in 56, the northern leaders were very proud and were saying, if they couldn't run Nigeria, never mind elections.
Are you hearing? It's the 1956, right from 1956. The northern politicians, you say, they were so proud, saying that unless their condition of staying in Nigeria is if they will be allowed to run Nigeria. It doesn't matter election, doesn't matter. Do you see, this is pure politics. This is where, if I look at Azikiwe, I don't know where his skeleton is buried. As our leader said, we need to bring the skeleton and burn it into ashes, dissolve it into acid. I'm telling you. Because why people are negotiating, or they were negotiating for their people. This one is only there as we have been so smart now we die for foolish men backyard. Just normal only, but now do you see what you are doing? This thing is not good. That is a normal thing of normal answer of Igbo man. Don't worry you. And before you know, these people with one voice in 1956, the northern politicians, the caliphate, the Sokoto Caliphate, because they have been in politics for many centuries, if not millennium. They have been meeting with different people, Arabs, other tribes, other ethnicities, because they live in the Sahel, in the desert region, where it is a route, traveling route of different people, both good, the bad, and the ugly. Both the conquistadors, everybody. So they meet them. Now they learn politics from different people. But we now get by now. I know the Equatorial Forest. Onye ona afọ onye ona jiri onye ona afọ. that they look into it selflessly, that thing will profit them, benefit them as a people, not as individual. It doesn't matter individual. No. Once you fight for your people, once you are one bunch fighting for a cause, for the emancipation of your people, I'm telling you, you gain everything. If you jettison your private interests, your selfish interests, and join hands together fighting for our collective interests, I'm telling you, you gain everything. Do you understand? In our own, one person will say no, the other person will go back and say, oh boy, that person say no, Namugu, I beg, I dare here. Do you know, let me tell you, they are talking, I said this the other day, they are talking about Igbo presidency. That should be zoned to them, and they threaten the fire and brimstone. Look at them now. If and look at you, they laugh. They say these people, they are useless to the core. Give them bone and they'll start fighting each other because of money. Had it been, let me reiterate, had it been the whole politicians in the so-called Southeast, big politicians, all of them came together. It doesn't matter whether you are APC or PDP or this and that party. You know why I love the caliphate? They divide themselves into different parties like any other, in order to make you feel that they are fighting themselves. They are party. No. When it comes to the caliphate interests, their party is null and void. They remove their party. Have you forgotten how is it Jega who was INEC chairman before? Is it Jega who again? How he rigged the election in favor of Buhari? Have you forgotten how even PDP party members in the north, how they were secretly fighting good luck, fighting against their PDP? Learn something. The stubborn Igbos, learn something. Had it been all the big politicians or political elites of Igbo race, had it been they spoke with one voice, at least they say no, okay, you didn't zone us in APC. I'm now talking on Nigerian politics. Do not misunderstand me. Because I want to bring some analysis out of it. Had it been as they threatened the fire and brimstone, now they were not zoned in the two major parties in Nigeria. Had it been all of them saying no, we are not going to participate in any election. It doesn't matter whether he is PDP or APC or any other party. He say as long as Igbo person, they are not even zoned per se in all these big major parties, that no, we'll count all of us out. Before God and man, if they tried, they couldn't see any willing to that we come tomorrow and say no, we will vote. We will vote. The voice of these people are not the voice of Ndibo. They know how to do it. The voice of these people are not voice of Ndibo. We will vote. This is a democracy. Any person can be anywhere he wants. People are eating from sabotage. But all these things must stop. Had it been they came with one voice and say we are not into this election, as long as you did it, and they mean it, before God and man, they will cow down and start say okay, come. They will start dashing. They will dash the Igbo people this presidency direct. Do you understand me? They will dash this presidency, say, please come. But where there is no voice, no bunch, this one will talk like that. Another person will go and invoke that in Nigeria, everybody is free to vote. In Nigeria, everybody is do this and that. It's democracy. You know, all this. There are everything to quote. As long as you want to commit anything in life you want, you must find one thing or the other, one text or the other, in order to support yourself. That is how sad it is. Continue listening. Remember, we are not into any election, please. IPOB, Nigeria election, Nigeria politics, we are not into it. I'm just using it as a yardstick for analysis. If you understand, continue listening. You are listening to the voice of Harold Smith, a former labor officer, colonial labor officer in Nigeria. Direct. He's giving you revelations. Continue listening.
There are no industries. There's not a great deal of agriculture.
Okay, this man, he said, when these northern politicians, these Sokoto Caliphate politicians, when they say, oh, you either give us Nigeria to control, or we are not into it, we opt out, Araba. They are the first people to try to opt out of Nigeria. Don't you know that? He say, them say British, they say, but they're afraid. They say, but these people, they say, how will they survive? How? They don't have nothing. No industries, nothing they have. Their land is desert. No viable agriculture, nothing. How will they survive? But today, the coalition of Northern Group Abdulaziz will tell you that it is North that built the money of Granite Pyramid they use to build Nigeria. Are you hearing it from the horse's mouth, or aren't you? These are people that they change lies. They lie. And they change history. They try to change history. Do you understand? Continue listening.
Some groundnuts in the north. This wasn't very practical at all. And then it was, the Governor General seemed to be thinking that the north couldn't, even if it won an election, rule Nigeria by itself. The south wouldn't stand for that. So there had to be a partner, either the Igbos in the east or the Yoruba in the west, to team up with the north. What he didn't want was for the two southern parties, the Igbo and the Yoruba, to team up to form the government.
Do you see the origin of the hatred and mistrust between the Igbos and Yorubas? You know, I used to tell you that human beings, we are the gods of this world. You can recreate. The way they have they created us into mistrusting our Yoruba brothers. And our Yoruba brothers, the same thing. That is the manipulation of the British. Don't you know that? Do you think it's natural? The British say now, they don't want they don't want the southern people of the Igbos and Yorubas to coalesce, to have coalition, to be working together politically. Now they have to find a way to thwart it. And that way they have found is what is worrying us till today. You know what? People don't understand what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came to do. Is divine. That structure built and put in place is what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and IPOB is trying to thwart. It's not going to be easy. It has not been easy. After all, when Indians did their own, they paid the price, but it didn't deter them. More than 2 million people were slaughtered, and refugees, more than 20 million refugees. It is there in history. But they didn't see it as a deterrent factor that, oh, we are going to suffer if we try to undo what the British did. They did it, and today they are free. Today, are you seeing a British High Commissioner in India crisscrossing India from east, west, north, south, telling them how to do election? Is it happening in India? How to run their lives? Oh, the unity of India is non-negotiable. India, I mean, British High Commissioner in India or British Ambassador in India. Do you hear that? Never in history. Because India is free and really free. They destroyed that structure, that amalgamate of the British, and they became free. So they paid the price. Because we are not saying that we are not going to pay the price. After all, many people are dying in this. Many people have died. How many that we are slaughtered, that we are killed? From 1966 to 1970, how many millions of us? How many? More than 6 million people. 6 million of us. And we continue perishing, paying the price. It is better we do it once and for all. India did it. Today you cannot see a British ambassador crossing from New Delhi to Bengal to tell them how to run their lives. No. But in the zoo, in Nigeria, it is continuing. Katrina Lang, the British High Commission, is going everywhere telling people how the unity of Nigeria is paramount. It's non-negotiable. A foreigner, because they own you. You are a property. Do you understand? That is what we are trying to undo. Britain, they tried through their intelligence work to make sure that they brought mistrust between the Yoruba and the Igbos, because they say they know that if the Yorubas and Igbos work together, that that entity they put together is gone. Nigeria is gone. The British have lost. How can't you understand this? Oh, you foolish, idiotic Africans, can't you understand this? Let us undo what the British did in our land, so that all of us will become free. Even the Fulani, they will become free. Don't you understand that? Do you know that they made it, created our brain through the actions they put in place, so that Igbo man will never trust Yoruba, Yoruba man will never trust Igbo man, and we continue hating each other to our detriment. Yoruba will be fighting to be friend of caliphate. Igbo will be fighting to be friend of the caliphate. It is human making. Every time you are calling upon God, whereas human beings are recreating even human beings and human brains. The British, they recreated the way we think. And you are calling yourself, you are equal as a human. You are equal to them as human beings. You are lying. You are not equal, because they can recreate the way you reason, but you can't do nothing. Only being in servitude. You can never think. Here we make you to think. Think, reason. Even if it pains you, you reason. Do you understand? You reason critically. That is what we do here. Continue listening, please.
Because he believed the North wouldn't tolerate that, and talked about leaving the Federation. So as I learned, in a small way at first.
Now, let me ask people, why is it so important for Nigeria to continue existing the way Britain puts it, the way Britain created it? Our leader have said this one time, that when you build a toy as a child, if you build a toy you love it. Any person that, or anything that tries to destroy it or part of it, you are ready to bite that person. I'm telling you, because it is, when you look at it, you see your handwork as a child. That is what Britain, when they see Nigeria, when you are crying, when you say, oh, terrorists are killing us, United Kingdom, come and help us, Queen Elizabeth will be where he is, watching you and be smiling from teeth to teeth, from both sides of the mouth, smiling that look at what you have created. Look at what we have created. It makes them happy, feel that they are gods over you. Don't you know that? Don't you know that? That is it. That they are superior over you. You cannot undo what they did, what they created, the way they positioned you. You stayed like that, and you continue matching your teeth. Enough, crazy. Calling God, go pray, go pray. Oh, God in heaven will help Nigeria. And Britain, the creator of Nigeria, is there laughing. You are praying for God to intervene on something human beings have created. You are stupid. It is for you to act. If you are an equal human being, behave like the Indians. That is why they are free today. Completely free. Not flag independence. All those shenanigans, the amalgamates Europeans did in India. They have a British India. They have what do you call it? Portuguese India. Gao. They have French India. And they amalgamated countries, nations that should not be together because of their value system in India. Now Indians, because of the way they reason, because they were enlightened enough to face the reality, now they remove themselves, divided themselves to their normal natural states, and went and annexed the Portuguese India, so-called Portuguese India. They say, how can you come from Europe and start calling my brother Portuguese India? Oh yeah, the same way they did the Benin Republic. There are Yoruba people, Yoruba, but they are Francophone. And now, you know, Yoruba Nigeria will say, you will be calling his brother, oh, you are Francophone. Even in our own too, our own. We have our people in Cameroon, up to Equatorial Guinea. Now we see them as Lusophone and Francophone. It is stupidity. He proves that we are lower than the British. It is true. If you want to go and hug a transformer, you are lower than the British. Britain is your God. But it is not us, IPOB, because we are opening your eyes to understand what they have done. India, they did their own, paid their own price, and now they are progressing. Continue listening, please.
But very rapidly I learned about the election fixing, and as I say, this was confirmed to me by the Governor General. He actually said that he wanted me to know the truth because he wanted me to know how much trouble I was in.
You mentioned statistics, you were collecting figures. Is that for labor and unemployed people only or general?
Primarily, but obviously my interest was in the population
of Nigeria.
Yes, and Awolowo, the Yoruba leader of the Action Group, and Chief Enaharo, they too, other people were saying, where are all these millions of people in the north? Where are they? We're going up there to campaign. We want to know, And you see all these, thousands of miles of not very developed countryside, and yet the Northerners are claiming that their voting registration figures are larger than in the south, larger, far more people up there. Well, actually, if you went through the Igbo land, Enugu and that, you saw lots and lots of people. If you went to Ibadan, again, Ibadan teeming, with millions of people. But we didn't actually see many Northerners, and obviously not many Northerners at that time came to Lagos. So this did arouse suspicion. Now, the Europeans, not stupid, we are watching what's going on in Nigeria, and we too are beginning to feel there's something not quite right here, that maybe the elections are not going to be as straightforward as they're meant to be. Nigeria was being described as the showcase of democracy, and it was expected that the nationalist leaders would win through. But actually, when the election results were announced by the Governor General, before the vote was even in, he didn't count for that, he didn't wait for that. I have to tell you, the British were counting the votes, and the British cannot be trusted. They look after their friends.
Do you understand what this man said, or what he was saying? When it comes to population, yesterday I read to you about the report of INEC, how Northeast have a 20-something million registered voters, Northeast, Northwest, they have a very many registered voters. All these fictional voters, numbers. It didn't start today. That is the way Britain made it to be. Because they have to look after their own friends. The caliphate is their friend. The man said it here, black and white, plump and plain. This man said, they were talking about not to have many voters, and they set up himself among to go to campaign in the north to see the north. But saying to his surprise, he saw countrysides that are not developed, maybe few huts as they are till today. Few huts in a semi-desert, maybe 10 huts, it becomes a village. And after they will travel for many kilometers, more than 100 kilometers, they will not see any other house. Until after they will see another few houses. Now he started asking, where are the population of the north? Where are the teeming population of the north they are talking? That they are voting. They have a big voting distance. It dawned on him that Britain he is serving as one of their agents, that they have something fishing. And he said, even before the election commenced, that they know. He said the governor general told him direct that, look, we are doing something. Because he told him, I want you to know the type of trouble you are in already. So you are inside it. So there is no need hiding it for you. We British, we are doing something here. We want to change statistics. We want to change the fact that, when they travel to the north, they see nobody. Very scanty set of people. But he said, if you come to Igbo land, in Enugu, see people, population everywhere. Go to Iguacha, population everywhere. Go to Ibadan, population everywhere. In Yoruba land. But to go to the north, that they are talking of population, they don't see nobody. There they started. That is when he was suspecting. The Governor General Kuku opened up, say, oh boy, I know what you are thinking, so no need. What you are thinking is real. We want to rig this election. It never come over, we will rig it in favor of our friends. The caliphate is our friend, okay? We will publish statistics, census that the north is bigger in population. And that is what they are maintaining to today. Haven't you seen it? They claim every time plenty. And now you ask them, if the north is more plenty, how come? What is the population of Mali? In arid countries, what is the population of Mali? What is the population of Senegal? What is the population of Mauritania? Just check Niger Republic. What is the population? It tells you all you need to know. But it is only in Nigeria that they have more people living in deserts that are more populous than in a very conducive south that are full of rain, full of things that support life. Don't you see that you are in a mess? Don't you see that we are in a complete mess created by Britain? We need to undo this. We need to have the courage of the Indians. They remove the amalgamates and say, stay alone. You see Sri Lanka, Ceylon, they put us together. We shouldn't be together. Stay alone. And they stay alone. Pakistan, they remove themselves. Now they call Burma, which is Myanmar today, they remove themselves. They say because we are not one. So if we stay together, we'll be killing ourselves. We will be undergoing what is going in Nigeria today. So why should we be killing ourselves? Whereby we can go back to who we were. And that is why they are progressing today. Do you understand? They have electricity. They have running water. They care for themselves because they have the same value system. The Pakistanis, they have the same value system as Islamic country. That is it. So no problem. If you want to cover yourself with buka, with even basin, nishi, none are drawn, no problem. That is their way of life. But the worst thing you can do for people is to amalgamate, put people with divergent, very virulent, divergent values together. That is what is happening in Nigeria. But Nigerians they cannot understand it. I am not telling you that there is no price to be paid. India paid their own price. I continue hitting it. They paid their own price and became free. That is why, UK, United Kingdom, Britain can never interfere in their internal politics. The way Britain is interfering in Nigeria, because Nigeria is their toy. Oh, they built their toy, so who change it? How can you change it? Because you are not equal to them. So who gave you the audacity, the brain to change what they put in place? Do you see the difference? Do you see why you don't have electricity? Do you see it? Because you are lower animal. You simply a lower animal. We are a foreigner, we come and create something and you continue defending it. Do you see it? Continue listening, please.
Loyalty is the big thing for the British, and we were friends with the emirs of the north. We looked on people like...
Say because Britain is friends, they are friends with the emirs of the north. Listen to it. It is being said by a British agent, Arnold Smith, confessing, saying it as it is. Do you understand?
In Aharo and Awolowo is rather dangerous people. They might even be communists.
They blackmail in Nahoro, Awolowo. That is blackmail. That is the way Britain works. They blackmail you. Oh, you can be a communist. These are communists, this and that, because they see that you are intelligent, that you want to really work for your people, but they will blackmail you into submission. Do you understand? The way, they taught it in Nigeria, the way they are blackmailing IPOB. Oh, criminals. Oh, they are criminals. So, Chukwu Masulu, the governor of Anambra, say, have been talking about shouting criminals, so that it will enter into your subconscious that, oh, those live, even ESN in the bush, they are criminals. That is life on the pit of hell. If they are copying from their creator, the British, that is how they behave. They blackmail. They try to blackmail you into submission. Our leader said that he was prepared before engaging in this struggle. He was mentally prepared, physically prepared, because he knows that everything will be thrown at us. And we know the way the British work. The way they works. The way they work. The way they behave. Their mentality. The way they can blackmail you. They will use the caliphate in order to cause confusion everywhere, kidnapping everywhere in Biafra land, and nail it IPOB ESN, so that people will start rising up against ESN. We know, but we are ready. We can never be blackmailed. Continue listening.
That's ridiculous, actually. There couldn't be communists in 1,000 years. But this was a sort of thing that was being said. And we were, Europeans, were getting a bit worried about all this. It wasn't quite the honest, straightforward election that we were hoping for.
Apart from Professor Anderson and Dr. Patrick Wilmot that supported your submission on the rigged election, there were other people who also served in the colonial office in your days, who opposed to this submission.
Initially, I was warned of what was going on by my senior officer, a Major Bunker. I didn't know, and I knew that the Governor-General had directed me to take all the office staff of the Ministry of Labour to help Chief Okoti Igbo in politicking in Warri. And this was most irregular, and I refused to do this. Having refused an order, I know what the drill is. You resign. I resign my post. That is the proper thing to do. What they did then was rather devious. They persuaded me to withdraw my resignation, and when I did, they sacked me. It didn't go through, but I thought it was a bit low after I'd resigned and was prepared to leave the country. This was not very nice behaviour. They later withdrew this and said that I had been of some service to the state, and actually commended me for what I had done, and said I could leave Nigeria with splendid testimonials, and we shook hands on this. And this was done with the recognition of the Deputy Governor General, Sir Ralph Grey. And then I left Nigeria the first time and took up a job as a personnel officer, a very big job, with the Esso refinery. And then government came after me, declared that I was a traitor, and I had betrayed the British people, ought to be imprisoned, and I lost that job. And then they came to me again and said it's all been a big mistake, dreadful mistake. I'm a jolly decent chap, Oxford chap, and they put me on a plane straight back to Nigeria, where I'd make up for the time I'd been away. There was a great deal of good work for me to do, and we fell for this. We shouldn't have gone back, but we did.
Now, if you recall what you said about the role of the Governor General and the attitude of the British government in particular, regarding the fear that Awolowo, Okutiebo, and the lot of them from the south are dangerous, is there a particular reason? Why the fear from the British government? Is it that they don't want to release or relinquish Nigeria? They still want to control Nigeria?
They knew that the North would do as they said after independence. If it had any, the North would just, because it was their habit, they liked the British, whereas the nationalists were an unknown factor. Actually, when they took the flag down and hoisted the Nigerian flag, not one of the major nationalist politicians was there.
Are you hearing? The interviewer, the journalist, asked him, why did the British hate the southern politicians that time? And he said that, look, they love the northerners. That is a caliphate. When we talk about the north, forget about even Middle Belt. It's not part of the north. They just annexed them in order to boost their so-called population. It's a prerequisite, condition which they gave to Britain before, backing down on their quest for Araba, for opting out of Nigeria. They asked for few things. They say, Britain, for us to be part of Nigeria, we must control Nigeria. How? Our caliphate, our sultan must be the leader, the supreme leader of all religions in Nigeria. Forget about they say he's the supreme leader of Islam in Nigeria. That is in the paper. In reality, the Sultan of Sokoto is the supreme leader of all religions in Nigeria, and supreme leader of all the traditional rulers in Nigeria. They come down to bow to him. That is one of the prerequisites. And that the north, where they call north, will come till Benue. That anytime the map of Nigeria is now north, now they will put it, they will draw it, now shade it until they will refer to Benue as north. And Britain have to agree. What do they have to lose? They say, okay, we give everything to you. Do you see it? He said why they love the north is because the northern politicians, the caliphate is ready to do anything that Britain said. If they tell them jump, they say, okay, how high? Because they don't have brain to think. This thing we are telling you, it is reality. They prevented their people from going to school, thereby blocking their brains with religion. So they don't have people that can hold them accountable the same way we Southerners do, no matter how imperfect, but to our politicians. Because when you educated, when you are a little bit enlightened, you can start seeing road and start asking questions. the Fulani, they don't do that. They involuntarily deprive the people. When Britain came, during the time of colonization, when Lugard was trying to fight the caliphate said, they came and bowed down to him, said, don't fight us. Please, we'll become your slaves, your servants. Only if you can do us a favor. He said, what is the favor? Do not educate our people, our masses. Do not bring schools to our masses. Only we can give you those that we want you to educate. Only our elites. That is why when you go to the Fulani Caliphate, you see their emirs, their children are schooling in America, in Germany, in England. In high education, to obtain education, to come and continue lording it over others. The others, they block them, carry slate and charcoal and give to them. Say, you are Almajiri. Go and study how to read Quran, so that they become manipulable. If you understand, so that nothing they can do. They don't have mindset of their own. Unlike people in the South. They can ask questions and argue and say, no, this is not good. This is not how it should be. The people of the Hausa people, the Fulani people in the north, they are under subjugation. I'm telling you, what IPOB is doing is even to try to remove them from subjugation of their own elites. Do you understand? That is why Britain loved them. With the caliphate, they can steal our natural resources as they want, only for them to remain in power. No human resources development. They will make everybody to become zombies, so that you'll be importing toothpick from China. That is what is playing on in Nigeria. It is something that is planned, and it is highly done, conducted, so that you will be behaving the way you are behaving today as zombies. It is not natural to you. Do you understand? Oh ye Biafrans, oh ye Oduduwans, oh ye Nigerians, it is not natural for you the way you are behaving. Zombie, anything they say now, you make jest of a very serious issue. The terrorists are closing in Abuja, and it doesn't make people to react spontaneously. This is the way Britain wants you to be, docility. Here we open your eyes. You are the creation of Britain until you proved otherwise, so that you become human being like them. But for now, you are not human beings. You are lower half human beings, the way Britain look at you. It's not me saying it, it is the way they created you. Your creator created you. I still give you example of India. They did the same thing in India, but India liberated themselves mentally and said, look, these people, we should never allow foreigners to come and create us. And the way they want us to behave, and we'll be behaving like that. No. We should liberate ourselves, and they did that. They paid their price and did that. And today they are progressing. Continue listening.
They weren't even on the platform. This was incredible. These were the people who had sought independence. The people in the north didn't want independence. They didn't want the British to leave.
Did not want independence. You understand? The same way today. I could remember when the real Buhari visited Donald Trump. I will not forget that. When he visited America. And they were on a joint press conference, Trump and Buhari. And Trump, one journalist asked question to Buhari that, look, what is owing to Boko Haram attack and other terrorists in Nigeria? Do you want America? How do you want America to help? The late Buhari, he simply said that, oh yes, we invite America to come, bring their military, everything, come to Nigeria and help us. Trump interjected. He was even ashamed of the answer. How can you, as leading a sovereign country, so to say, now you are publicly telling people, no more secret even. You are telling people that you want American boot on your country to come and fight for you. Well, that place, I say, oh, I became ashamed. I said, look, these people, even Trump was, the body language, he was a kind of embarrassed. He interjected, he said, no, we have to help our friends to help themselves. Not really committing boots, committing soldiers on the ground, because Nigeria is a sovereign country, this and that. Because that is how the caliphate, they don't know the art of modern governance. They believe in feudal system. You understand? As the West is supporting them, now they believe that they can openly come and call in the modern governance. Come inside and fight our war. Come and take over. It will be recalled, or it will be known as another direct colonization. That was the reason why Trump, with his intelligence, he interjected and corrected that statement. Continue listening, please.
So this was a farce. And for most Europeans who were very close and watching this, we were disgusted. We thought this really had been manipulated, this election. It was unworthy. It was unworthy of the British people, this. This was no honest, straightforward thing that you would expect Britain, the mother of parliaments, to do. This was cheap and low and criminal. And I opposed it. And I opposed it then, and I've opposed it ever since. And I'm telling you the truth. And I was warned, if I told you this state secret, my life could be forfeit.
Earlier on, you said the British government wanted the North in alliance with either of the southern region, either with the Yorubas or with the Igbos. But without which they cannot.
They can't do it.
Rule the country.
The problem was that Awolowo was a highly principled man.
Okay.
You didn't talk to Awolowo about squalid deals and fixing things. Awolowo was not that kind of person. If you read his books, this man was a world statesman. And his young lieutenant, Chief Enaharo, was brilliant, absolutely brilliant. However, they did do a deal with Zik, Dr. Azikiwe,
okay,
from the east. Dr. Azikiwe, there was this big problem in Nigeria. It's the same big...
They found a willing tool. With Igbo man, Ezekiel, they say Awolowo is a principled person with a Nahoro. So they look for, scavenge for a willing tool. And they saw that Azikiwe want to be the president of that new country by all means. They know. This Western intelligence, they are highly intelligent. They know who to use. When you are obsessed with your selfish interest, they know they can use you. As Peter Obi is galvanting now, you want to be president, by all means. And if you call him down now, like the Reverend Father gave advice and say, "Nakwe check," call him 101 and tell him, "Oga, this thing you are doing is futile. It is a futility. It is futility. So why don't you check like this? Check Israel. Because he's being driven with his selfish interest. That fly that is he want to enter. He want to eat that otorim inside the dead body. So he doesn't hear again. That auto is what he want. Now he will sink with the dead body. He will be buried with the corpse. The British, they know. They know. Through your utterances, through the way you behave, they know. It's just like Satan, tempting you with what you like, what you want. That is it. They saw in Azikiwe a very willing, somebody that is obsessed with presidency. He wants to be the president of that at all costs. So any other thing doesn't matter to him. Meet him and tell him the secrets of the impact of the way he's going. He tell you, say, "Oh boy, forget it. Forget it. Forget it. I know what I'm doing." Live. I know what I'm doing. And he know what he's doing. We are suffering it today. Agi Ironsi the same. He want to become he is the best. Agi Ironsi was the person that annulled through federalism. Do you know that? An Igbo man. Sometimes when we cry, we understand history. You understand? He is the person that annulled because he want to everything centered on Dotan Barracks in Lagos. Yawa in charge. And he is being told of what is happening. The secret clause. He said, who tell you that? I beg, I know what I'm doing. Nah, I'm in charge. Who is that? Ophelia Johnson. Now, who born that person? Today, are we not suffering it? Didn't you read how he was slaughtered? Azikiwe become the target of the British because they didn't see Awolowo to be so. Say he's a principled person. He will not agree. But they use a weak limb. Somebody that wants the post by all means. Be careful of any desperate politician. Igbo politicians, they are desperate. They don't care what their desperacy can cost the race in the next 10 years, in the next 20 years. P2B, what? So all these things, now what I'm telling you, all these things is something that if P2B enter, he will fix it. just tell yourself the truth. Things that we are craftily put in place by the creator of Nigeria. Only because he want to answer that we are craftily put in place by the creator of Nigeria. Only because he want to answer the British.
Quando è l'ultima volta che hai ascoltato il tuo respiro? In Zambon le vie respiratorie le ascoltiamo ogni giorno e siamo riusciti a capire come possiamo aiutarti a proteggere i tuoi polmoni da un'iperproduzione di muco e dal danno ossidativo. Scopri la nuova serie Viaggio nel respiro.
It's no problem. And they put Azikiwe into, corrupting himself, borrowing money, bad debt he cannot pay in order to sponsor his election. And the British, they were encouraging him to do that, no problem. You know why they're encouraging him? Because they know that he is desperate. Desperation is so bad. He's desperate. So they use that, they use that thing you like most, that thing you want to do. They use it in order to get you. You understand? When you are desperate about finance, I'm the finance minister of IPOB. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu after all say no person should look into. Now they know that look, this woman, he love this position, so don't worry, we are watching her. That is how things work, because they must use your own desperation. If you are somebody that you want to be a president, you want to be this, they will use it. They will encourage you to soil your hand while looking for that thing, and they hold it to blackmail you. Continue listening, please.
If an inquiry was carried out into his bank and his financial circumstances, however, we would not want to be vindictive if Dr. Ezekwe was cooperative in helping forward the plans that we had made in the best interests of Nigeria.
Do you hear what he said?
Dr. Ezekwe has
Do you
nothing.
hear what he said? They saw the whole financial malpractices of Azikiwe. They encouraged him in the first place, so now they use it to hold him hostage. Now they call him, they met him, they say, look, don't worry, don't fear. We are not going to be vindictive on you, but we want you to work with us. So they use him in order to put in place the plan, the British plan, the way they want Nigeria to be. They use Azikiwe because of his selfish interests. Let me tell you, sometimes your selfish interest can kill a whole nation. That is what Africa in general is suffering. They use all these politicians. When you hear, oh, democracy, I say it's a charade. Africa, they have not been matured enough, enlightened enough mentally, in order to undergo real democracy. I repeat it again. Africans, black Africans are not matured, enlightened enough to undergo real democracy. Europeans, they underwent enlightenment, awakening, and they understood what it means. They first of all became disciplined. You understand? They knew what is good for them. That is why they understand how they understand the reality of free democracy. That democracy, under democracy, you can slap your president, your prime minister. You can draw him as somebody drew, is it Sarkozy or Macron or France, and say, an ordinary person, and drew him and give him one dirty slap, and the person was not shot to death. Instead, if Macron wanted, he would just sue him to court for battery, because even if he slapped another human being, another fellow ordinary person, if the person wants, he can forgive you or sue you to court. It's the same thing. It is not another type of human, a superhuman. A president or prime minister is not a superhuman being. He is working for the people, and he should be responsible, held accountable. How? People can express their anger on his policies by even throwing rotten eggs on him. But look at ordinary Ekweremadu. We threw rotten egg in Germany. It became anathema. People that came and condemn me say, why a whole Speaker of Federal Republic of Nigeria, today they are giving command as IPOB officers, and you see zombies are following them. Do you see how sad it is? It is very, very sad. Let us continue listening.
In common with the northern politicians. He loathed the northern politicians. But Dr. Ezekwe went north and did as he was told. And what he was promised was this: the real power, effective power, would be in the hands of the northern emirs. However, it would look great if the president was Dr. Ezekwe, and he was given a field marshal's uniform and an admiral's uniform. He asked, please, could he have a row of medals? But they said, well, no, that was a bit difficult, to get the medals. So when the ambassadors started arriving, he was known to be asking people from foreign countries, perhaps they had a medal for his uniform. We thought this was terrible, but it was said that this happened.
You know what this man is saying? Azikiwe, he was being manipulated by the British Secret Service People we are seeing him as, oh, he's campaigning, he's president, the masses, because they didn't have the foresight. But the man, Azikiwe, knew that he's been manipulated, because they called him in person. They told him things that, look, you have to work with us, otherwise we reveal something about you and you will go to jail. Simple. So we will make you become the president, but empty drum. He knew. But the real power will be with the Sultan of Sokoto, with the Sokoto Caliphate. The man said that this man said it direct. So that you be a president, but you are not the main person. The people controlling you, running the show, are the Caliphate. He said it here. So that when you see some politicians like, oh, obedient, you don't know that he is under manipulation of the British Secret Service. What did he go? Let him come and speak. Not even speaking, because he can lie. Bring a recorded voice of their discussions between him and the 10 Downing Street, British Prime Minister Boris Johnson, and the other members of the parliament. What did they tell him? It's a secret. That is where they reveal and you will see him as oh, he's relevant. You think that he's doing the bidding of your people. You want to build Nigeria. That is rubbish. He's a hardened criminal. He know himself. He know the secret. But will you look beyond the 4 years of being, even if, will you look for about, no, you are carried away by sentiments. Because you are lower animal. You are sentimental. You don't know that Britain implanted Obi in order to destroy IPOB. So that when they give you fake sense of belonging in Nigeria, you say, oh boy, now my brother leave this IPOB, Biafra. Now leave, oh, one night. That sentiment is what they are using. You don't know that they are putting empty drum like Azikiwe. When Azikiwe was doing his own thing, had it been people advising, people that know the reality, like what is his name, that advise him, say Azikiwe, Nnamdi Azikiwe, how many times I call you? This thing you are doing, no rodo. What is the name of this man? Boycott the boycottable. He said, leave this Nigeria, the thing you are doing. Let us get our own feet first. As they are doing northernization agenda, let us do our own easternization agenda. As you can now, you can Cambridge, I know how to, I know what I'm doing. Every Igbo man, he knows what he's doing always. Until the thing that is the reality. Today you see Peter be gallivanting. Oh, well, I will fix Nigeria under 4 years. People don't ask him pertinent questions. Oga, how are you going to do this when Nigeria is not in your hand? When you are not the person, you are not the CEO of Nigeria, even if you're president, there are people controlling you. How are you going to do it? Nigeria is created by Britain. How are you going to bypass Britain to achieve what you want to do? Britain don't want Nigeria to have electricity. Do you understand? Mbono Jike, yes. Yes, Mbono Jike. You know, sometimes something very common will escape your brain. Mbono Jike was advising Azikiwe. Azikiwe said, nah, I'm forget. Nah, on there we will, don't worry. We will deal with them. We will outsmart them. He never knew that he was going into a place of no return. He put us into a very big abyss, which we are trying to remove ourselves today. Continue listening, please.
He's very vain. And for a time, he functioned as first the Governor General, and then when Nigeria became a republic, as the President. But he had no power. And when he did try to tell the army, he said, I'm the Field Marshal, the army has got to do with this. They said, hey, you're just a ceremonial figure. You have no power. The Prime Minister, the Labour, gives us our orders. So there was a feeling then that there was going to...
You know the deception why I abhor Azikiwe. He knew that he never had power, but he will come with motorcade in Onisha and Enugu and deceive people. Oh, the president of Nigeria, we are big 1005, you know. And then Britain, people that know what they are doing, they are laughing. But he continued deceiving the public. People are crying, shouting, oh, I pray Nazike Kunos. Do you see the grand deception? They are deceiving, they deceive their people and continue doing it today. The same way people are shouting, don't know the secret behind what they are doing. You don't know. But himself, no. He knows. He knows what he's doing. So that he will calm the agitation down. And after, even if he was given the presidency for 4 years, after everything Dabaru, when your brother was there, did you do anything? Now, why were you not shouting Biafra that time? Come on, get out. You become a laughing stock. IPOB, Mwanya, we are at alert. We are telling you what they are planning. We are telling you. We should not allow another second Azikiwe to come and destroy what we are doing in the name of Nigeria or being a president of Nigeria. It's impossible. They don't know the type of people in IPOB. The IPOB have think tanks, international think tanks. Before you do something, it is being analyzed. In a break all your word into pieces. One word, it will be broken into pieces and analyzed. They don't know. We must continue.
Be trouble. And then it was because the Awolowo and the Action Group had become the official opposition. What we British wondered, how could they win another election without the British counting the votes? There could not be.
Do you see the origin of counting votes? Do you remember Tinubu's vote counting? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 30, 36, 37, 38, 79, 100. That is the way Britain started it. And they are still following that footpath. You know, when they create you, you see that that line is not good. And you continue in that, you are a lower human being. India is a life example today. They removed themselves from the shenanigan of Britain and reorganized themselves the way naturally they should be, and Britain left them. Today, are they not progressing? Can Britain talk any nonsense against India today or do any nonsense? India has going to 1.4 billion people. They manufacture aircraft, they do everything. So it's a rising superpower. United Kingdom cannot do anything against India, for your information. But had it been, India has been, as Britain placed them to be, amalgamated to be. Let me tell you, they will not be having even ordinary electricity. India will not have today, like Nigeria. They will be fighting themselves. Tomorrow it is our turn to be president. Oh, it is the Hindus. The Urdu will say, no, the Pashtun, you have reigned, it is our turn. Every time the cycle of violence and deception, no development. That is what India would have been fighting today, like Nigeria. And they will not have time to even make researches, because there will be no electricity. Where are you going to make researches? In which laboratory? When there is no electricity, which laboratory? That is how they place Nigeria into a cycle of deception, underdevelopment, retrogressiveness, backwardness. That is it.
Another proper run election without us there. We knew what we were doing. We were just helping things along. You know, we were doing what the British do, favouring our friends and looking after our own. And
you know, there is something I forgot to add here. As the man said, he said, look, when the Union Jack, the British flag was lowered and Nigerian flag rose up, that no southern politician, major politician were there. None. The same thing when you listen to Bosun, Emmanuel Bosun, it is reiterated there. Before Nigerian, even Azikiwe was not there. And they are telling you, oh, we Nigeria. He himself, what blinded him is, don't worry, I will be the president. Don't worry, oh, no problem. I know what I'm doing. That political situation, that is selfish political benefit is what blinded him. You understand? But Oga, we are not there when they were handing over flag. When they take their no, don't worry, I know. I know. Don't worry. Leave them, let them give the caliphate a flag. Don't worry, I know what I'm doing. The same thing today. Continue listening.
Repaying favors, we don't call that corruption.
Right. I mean, in essence, what Dr. Azikiwe did, he was forced by the British government to do it.
Yeah.
Collecting money from the marketing board then. So, if any politician here in the United Kingdom tried to do that,
be in jail.
He will be in jail. So why did the British government refuse to take action?
Because,
or comment on
if we nipped it in the bud, because we knew it was happening, it was even happening in, let me be fair, in the West, with the Wallowa. They were taking some money, they meant to repay it perhaps, but they were taking money. And I would have said, issue a warning now and say, you've got to behave, because if this is allowed to go on, it'll be a major offence. However, before they actually ran the 1959 election, they needed money for the North and for the NCNC, Dr. Zick, to fight the election. So what they did, my senior officer, Major Bunker, went around, was ordered by the Governor General to go to all the major British firms and international firms, Ford, UAC, Leventis, all these firms, and raise money for a slush fund to enable Chief Okoti Igbo, together with the North, to fight the 1959 elections. The North got most of their money from the native authorities. This was looked on by the British as being okay. This wasn't corrupt because we were friends of the North. And if they tried this in the West or in the East, we might have said this was corruption. But because it happened in the North, the native authorities' public money was poured into the government party, the NPU. So this obviously was a terrible fiddle. We were discriminating against the southern politicians. In fact,
do you see the reason why it is very easy to arrest Biafran politicians for corruption, for stealing crumbs? Though we don't support any type of corruption, but it is initiated by the British. They allow the northern politicians, the caliphate politicians, to take money as they wish. You understand? But if they try it in Biafra land by any Biafran politician, nothing. They go to jail. Let me tell you this: no matter that we are against the actions or the crime of Kuremado, had it been Kuremado is a Fulani politician from Nigeria, he will not be arrested. Other will come from above in Britain. They will not even take him to court. Right from immigration, they will just do it. Say, don't worry, these are our friends. This man is saying it, that they cover their friends. That is the reason why they can jail James Ibori, a Biafran. They can talk about confiscating Alice Madeke's wife, Daisy and Madeke, or corruption. But you see people stealing billions. They protect Omar Diko in Britain. Don't you see that? Who is not even a British citizen. They protected him. You know? It's not corruption. So for you to understand that, what I'm telling you is this. Seeing all this thing, hearing all this thing, how do you think that somebody will come in order to fix Nigeria? Just tell me. Let us remove sentiment apart. How can any person come and tell you, I'll fix Nigeria, I'll do this? Just know that the person is a criminal, because he wants to do what Azikiwe did of being a president, empty drum. Whereas the people are manipulating him from behind. He has no power. Do you understand? We are warning you now. Do you understand? We are warning you of the situation ahead, so that you know it is what you are seeing are illusions being shown to you by Britain. Illusions. You have to think deeply, make use of your brain in order to understand what is going on. I will not continue playing it because it's remaining about 5 minutes. But I think time is gone. I will open the line so that people will call in. If you can, please tell me, with all these British manipulations and shenanigans in Nigeria, the way they structured Nigeria, how can somebody, let me say Peter Obi, because he's the main person now, come in, you say, how can he fix Nigeria? Please tell me. If not trying to deceive people, trying to do the same thing as Azikiwe did. Azikiwe is the president. They don't know that he has no power. He's an empty president. He's taking orders from the caliphate. Is that the life you want to continue living? Indians, they remove any shred of British creation in their country, in their midst, and today they are free. That is what we want to do. I will go on to in few minutes break, and when I come back, I will open my lines so that people will start calling in. Please don't go away. I will be right back.
bbc.co.uk. Biafra worldwide phone campaign alert continues. BBC, a propaganda machine and racist media set up by the Great Britain to oppress the oppressed people of Biafra. BBC, your media war propaganda of 1967 that led to the genocide of over 3.5 million Biafrans, men, women, and children, did not stop us. Do you know why? Because we are the sons and daughters of the great lion from the tribe of Biafra. Our minds are made up. Your shenanigans, antics, and fake gutter media will not stop us either. We must and shall restore Biafra. Biafra worldwide phone call campaign alert continue. Now pay close attention. Be polite when you call BBC and use the following prompt when you call. Hello, my name is. You tell them your name. I am calling to ask about BBC policy of propaganda against the victims of genocide. Since you are obsessed with telling lies about Biafrans, here are 5 more questions to consider. Now, this is the question to ask BBC. We are witnesses to BBC racist coverage of terrorism, implying that black Africans' lives don't matter. Yet the same BBC rallies the whole world at the slightest terrorist incident in the United Kingdom. Here is the second question. But when it comes to Nigeria, BBC not only hides terrorist killings, but but they slander the victims and survivors of terrorism and genocide. The third one, when will the grand patrons of lies and hypocrisy, the BBC Fake News Network, make a documentary about the daily slaughtering of Nigerians by Fulani terrorists and the government of Nigeria, whom you protect so that London may plunder Biafrans' resources? The fourth question is the oil and gas of Biafra, the reason that BBC is obsessed and terrified by the agitation for freedom by the victims of 400 years of British colonial thievery and crimes against humanity. And the fifth one, we call on the good people of the world to ask BBC and UK government why it aids and abates the genocide in Nigeria by spreading lies, propaganda, and disinformation against Biafran freedom fighters. BBC, we know that you are United Kingdom government agents of imperialism with no modicum of shame. Take down your wicked fake documentary against the victims of genocide and stop your sadistic meddling in the lives of black Africans. Now pay close attention. This is the time to call BBC. You can call them 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Biafran time. Date 4th of July to 30th of September 2022. Now grab your pen and paper and pay close attention. You can call BBC switchboard on this number +44 2087 438 000. I repeat, +44 208 743 8000. Or you can tweet at BBC News. You can also call BBC Customer Service +44 3700 100 222. I repeat, +44 3700 100 222. Or you can also tweet at BBC Press. I have not finished. You can also call BBC Studios Limited
Welcome back. This is Radio Biafra Hausa-Service coming to you through Radio Biafra London. My name remains Mazi Nnamdi, and today is the 4th day of August 2022, being Thursday. Our lines are now open. I will take few calls, please, not many. So when you call, please go straight to the point. I will also like somebody, if you may, to call here and tell me how somebody can enter into Nigeria Chief Executive Office as the president and change things the way he's talking, owing to what you've had direct from the horse's mouth, how Britain manipulated and put in place what is going on in Nigeria today. That is what gave the British High Commissioner, Katrina Lang, in order to be crisscrossing everywhere in Biafra land. I want you to tell me how somebody will just enter and bring electricity, and make things happen. He will command, and the Fulani terrorists will stop. People will start getting your factories will be built everywhere. He will make Nigeria a productive country. Whereas the creator of Nigeria created Nigeria for cheap labor and raw materials. Now you want to enter there and make it otherwise. It's a collective issue. If we want to change the status quo in Nigeria, it is what we are doing. Indians did it. Define a Nigerian first. Now from there your eyes will open. Who is a Nigerian? Fulani, they tell you that every Fulani from every part of the world, every place in Africa, if he comes to Nigeria, is a Nigerian. Now, what do you say about it? That discussion is not going. The people are avoiding it because it will upset some people. So people are avoiding it. But India face it head on, and that is why they are free today. It makes them to understand that, look, they were created by Britain in order to be rigmaroling, deceiving themselves, in order not to advance and to develop. But they face the reality facing them. And today they are free. But in Nigeria, maintain Nigeria, the unity of Nigeria is not. But you never define who is a Nigerian. Is it through ethnicity? Okay, when you go to a Fulani living in Futajalon, he's a Nigerian. According to how do you define a Nigerian? So that is why what we open your brain to reason. Our call lines, our direct line is +1 213 328 6224. Our WhatsApp and Signal line is +61 405 142 547. Please, if you are speaking, please make it as brief as possible because I'm not going to take many calls, please. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me?
Yes, good evening, Jonathan.
There, well, welcome to the program.
Yes, the answer to your question is no, nobody can fix Nigeria. However, the issue here for IPOB is not whether they fix Nigeria or not, but what to do. For my own understanding is that we don't have the Saudi Arabians or the Islamic organization to sponsor us, but we do have the brain. And so, if during this period of what I call interlude in their presidency, whether it is Obi or whoever, and we utilize it properly, appropriately, then we can face them as soon as they come with vengeance, because actually they will come with vengeance as soon as Obi gets off or they ease him off. So that is my own thinking. And in any case, I don't see any other way to Nigeria except to gradual falling, or maybe they're kicking the can down the line. And as long as Babangida, Obasanjo, and the co who fought the war are still alive, they will want to continue to preserve Nigeria. And that is why probably it's going to be a little bit not difficult, but they're going to try to keep Nigeria, as long as they can. But Nigeria is not going to survive. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much, my brother. Remain blessed. Of course, caller on direct line. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program. Caller on direct line.
Hello?
Yes, go on. Caller on direct line. Can you hear me?
Hello?
Caller on direct line, please go on. The whole world is listening to you. Go on, please.
Good evening, sir. Mazi
There, Mazi, please go on. Go on.
Oh, okay, sir. I listened to your program and I understand what you have been talking about. I thank you people very much for, I don't know whether to call you wizard, for bringing out this interview to the whole world to hear what happened in time past. The other day I asked P2B what was the discussion he had with Ojukwu. Now he came out. They want to use him to fumble everything IPOB has been struggling for. Don't you see what happened in Niger? 1.something billion to Niger. The other day I said Niger Republic, Nigeria, River Niger, all these things, Niger, and see how things are going on. Nigeria into Nigeria. Tells into again that he should rethink and come down from whatever he's thinking that he can do in this country. He's not going to succeed. Let us put our hands together and face one cause, which is Biafra. Everybody knew that Biafra is the only thing that can save us. Why are they fighting IPOB? Why are they fighting Biafra? Because they know that if Biafra comes, they have lose woefully. Let us put our hands together and go for Nnamdi Kanu and make sure we have our nation. That's my submission this night. Thank you, and may God continue to bless you people and give you more wisdom.
Thank you very much. Thank you. Remain blessed. Caller on WhatsApp, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. I love our brothers as they are making it as brief as possible. Please, if you call, make it brief. Go straight to the point. Caller on WhatsApp, please, can you hear me? Go on.
I can hear you, Mazi Nnamdi.
There we
Mother, thank you very much. And I also thank Chukwuka Jama for the wisdom that he gives you. I will not waste any of my time, as you just said. I remember Mazi Chukwuemeka calling from the United Arab Emirates. Mazi Jonathan Chinedu, I just want to thank the British. We don't hate British, but because we know that there is good people in Britain. But because of their evil politicians, we are telling them to rise up now and tell the British leaders to leave Biafrans alone. To leave Biafrans alone. And I want to use this opportunity to tell Cameroon that one day the land of Biafra will open up and swallow her. Because that dwarf of a woman, that is the woman, one day the land of Biafra will open up and swallow her. Because that woman is evil. It's a blood-sucking demon. And we are telling the people to leave Biafrans alone. Leave Biafrans alone. You are not the one that created us. We are wiser than you people. It's only that these are useless people in our land that call themselves politicians and others have made themselves a slave to you people. Leave Biafrans alone. Leave Biafrans alone. We are wiser than you beaten. You know what you know. More than you people. Leave Biafrans alone. Leave Biafrans alone. Before it's too late. Mazi Jonathan, I'm not asking this now because these Britain have think that they are God to us. They think that they are God to us.
They are. Let us face the reality. They are God to us until we prove otherwise. We prove equality, which is what IPOB is doing. Acting, not only talking, but acting also. Otherwise, they are God. They are God. They are God. You see, the caliphate take them as gods. They are. Until we destroy the structure they put in place to hold us down. That is it. Thank you very much, Mazi.
Thank you, Mwachineke.
There we Caller on signal, welcome to the program. Please make it as quick as possible. If you go overboard, I'll cut you. Go on, please. Caller on signal, can you hear me?
Okay, sir. Jonathan. I'm sorry, Jonathan. Chineke kere eluigwe ka ụwa igbo generation a atake na nwa IPO dede half plot Biafra land if pretend and Fulani get it. Then we say we not be the children of spoke Biafra. Jonathan where we keep Biafra is reality now. Who will stop us from living? After all, we are Biafrans and this is our own land. So all these governors, all these elders, wait there for this our land, they are Biafrans, and they will lost. And Peter Obi, they go. Peter Obi, they go. Come carry us, go hand over Fulani. Then the chicken them. Okay, then the chicken them. Go carry us, then I pay first Maccabees about them. Simon released the Jew. And the first address, chapter 5. And the chapter 6. Then, if you not say you be Biafran all over the world, begin the plan on how to come back home. Then Jonathan, then the kind said it. If you don't support Biafra, before you enter flight and enter here, you could have friends coming now. Always stop us. Britain is about to see nonsense. Biafrans. So chicken, then the chicken does them up by our not try to get them, then the chicken does them. I said, I will trust in wish. We must leave this land for our children. Our children will leave it for their children. Which is the man go? Which is something about Biafrans? Let us Jonathan. Okay, my son. What is the kind is a plan? I don't think the kind is telling us this is not the son of our killer. I'm just not the kind is telling you again. I'm not just a process from our side. You say this is a pastor. I got a plan. And then the chicken, there's a truck that was simply called, and then I came out to Tapasis. Then the Jonathan, what to Tapasis? Biafrans, all the money, all the properties to get anywhere. Get it, even if you abandon it, I'm not going to get our land. And then because of your property, that we will lose our land. Store your riches in heaven, which is Biafra land. It will be safe for you. And the Jesus Christ pray, take it. You pastors. You bishop, you monkey bishop, because of your people, Chukwu has mentioned that our leaders is in the house of because of your people, Santa Kayibo. Dara, Kwewono, then the just wake up, what's up, and all so, Biafra is peace. The Fulani give us all now, violence, then Jonathan, Makachina, we turn this outside. This one, and Biafra. I left Bible to perish. I said, let's bring our leader out and let us see scratch on his body. We don't learn from
Mazi, thank you very much. Thank you very much. We must continue what we are doing. Caller on WhatsApp, welcome to the program. Can you hear me? I hate these threats. Every time threat will do this. You want to see scratch in our leader? Please let us be reasonable. Go on, Mazi. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? Welcome to the program.
Yes, you can hear you.
Yeah, well, go on, please. Make it as brief as possible.
Yeah, Mazi Jonathan.
So that I will
let me pray for our leader. Just short a prayer. May Almighty God be with our leader and never allow the enemy to near him and neither to touch him, neither to make him to change his mind toward the work I have given to him, and may Chukwuka bring him out sooner than later for him to finish the job he has given to him. I pray in the name of our Lord Master Jesus. Amen. Mazi Nnamdi, I thank you today. It's like you are more hot today than yesterday because P2B is a hard criminal. As you said, there is no any other thing to compare him. He's a hard criminal because he is not near the people who will ask him hard questions. Only where he's going is to Yoruba media, who is not asking him the real thing, that the real problem of Nigeria. I think in Igbo adage we say, they cannot ask him what of this mentality of that God have given them. The North say that God have given them Nigeria as their own, and they are inviting the whole Fulanis in the Sahel to come and take over what God have given to them. They never ask P2B, how will you go to the brain of these people and remove all those things? And this thing they saw in their brain that they are born to rule mentality. They never ask him, how will you remove this thing from the mind of the North? He said you should do all these things under 4 years. What of all our goods they are destroying in the North in the name of Sharia? What of all the people they are cutting their hands and the people they are cutting their heads in the name of Sharia? But the people they are burning in the name of blasphemy. How will you stop all these things in 4 years? How are you going to do this? They are not asking him all these hard questions. A man and woman cannot walk on the street in the North. They cannot sit in the same psychologist or keke because it's not allowed, and we are still in the same one Nigeria. They never ask him, how are you going to settle all this? What of all this about 60 million people? They say that they are in internal displaced people. They say ID camp or what? In Middleburg. They are still living in those camps till today. And the people who displaced them are living in their villages, taking out their signboards and put another signboard and put another names of their choice. And they have senators, they have House of Representatives, they have this and that in Abuja, but they never talk of it even for one day, that their people are no more living in their villages, that their people are in the camp. And P2B never tell people how are you going to remove those people back to Sahel and return people in internal displaced camp to their villages. They are not asking him this question, but this is the main problem of Nigeria. He just going around talking another thing. We will make China GDP, Hong Kong GDP, Indonesia GDP. Before the war, we are bigger than them, and now confusing people. He is a hardened criminal. I just encourage Biafrans anywhere they see him. It's better they stone him. If he don't want to hear what people are talking, let us stone him as we stone criminals. This is my contribution this night. I don't want to talk because I become too much angry now. Thank you and God bless you. Bye for now.
Thank you. When somebody like Obasanjo starts supporting P2B, you know that there is something fishy. You know, Obasanjo, he said, give P2B 4 years and Biafra agitation will die a natural death. You know, they calculate and think that it is like that. It's only few people that understands. IPOB, we are hardcore. It doesn't matter your sentiments. You are being remote controlled through your sentiments. You know, this is not 1950s when and 60s when Azikiwe will deceive people. People were clapping for him, not knowing the secret intention of what is going on against us, the people. Is it not what we are suffering today? We will never allow somebody to come and do the same thing again. As you say, he is a hardened criminal. British intelligence service called him and give him revelation of his corrupt criminal activities in the past. They hold everything. And now they use it, they say, come, go, just to calm IPOB down, we will help you. And that is what he's doing. He know it. He know it. This is not 1950s and 60s when people didn't think. We were sentimental. Today we calculate. Even if P2B entered there, or in the next 4 years, after 4 years, what he goes out, how are you going to be? Have you thought about after 4 years? Have you? Okay, I be bender, Mechi, People's Club, Oliver the Cook. As people without no direction, no magnitude. Is that what you want us to continue being? No, we said no. We said no. We know what is good for us, for our collective interest. Not one mad person that only for his selfish interest he will say himself to the people, deceiving people, of which he knows what he's doing. Caller on WhatsApp. Can you hear me? You'll be the last caller. Caller on WhatsApp. Are you there?
Yeah, good evening, Mazi Jonathan.
There, well, welcome to the program.
I'm calling you from my location, Lagos.
There, well,
all I have to say about those who say they are obedient and they want an Igbo man to become president and Nigeria will change overnight is this. If we don't learn from history, history will always repeat itself. And it's very unfortunate that our people are very inconsistent in doing things. They are easily carried away with every breeze that blows around. Why is it that all of a sudden P2B became Messiah when we know his track record about freedom agitation of Biafra when he was governor of Anambra State? Why is it that suddenly P2B become a Messiah when we have seen other Igbo politicians like Hope Uzodinma and Dave Umahi, what they are doing to our fellow brothers? It's quite unfortunate that we don't reason very well. But what is very important is this. If we have not learned from what Zik did to us about one Nigeria, it is about to repeat itself again. Like I rightly tell some people, whether you vote or you did not vote, Britain is doing everything humanly possible to put P2B there, to quell the agitation of Biafra, which they know that it has gotten to a zenith point of no return. But what I will say is this. To few who still understand that this man called P2B or whomever they may even bring out can never be solution to the problem we are already in, they should be consistent and hold on. This their political calculation to enslave us to the next whether 100 years, God knows, will not work for them. Because at this point, if we fail at this point to understand that we are willingly going back to slavery more than we were before, oh, our children will not forgive us. Our children will not forgive us. But I also pray that God will give IPOB leadership and the DOS the understanding to walk a way out on this kind of nonsense that we are in now. Because if you're in this country and you know how the trend is going, you know that our people have been taken away. It's the only few people. I've taken my personal time to interview our people on their mind and everything about people. They will say, if you cannot get this one, at least we should be able to get this one. As though this is an alternative to Biafra. As though this is an alternative to... I was once asked one guy a question. I said, if P2B become president today, will it remove the hatred, inter-tribal hatred some other tribe, I will not mention any tribe, have against the Igbos? Will it remove the fact that some people believe that they must kill and dominate by all means? It's quite unfortunate that our people don't reason, but I pray that IPOB and its leadership will have more way to factor out idea on how to quell this nonsense that is going on everywhere now. Because if we do not do that, that 4 years will be too far. At the middle of the first tenure of this man, every one of them will understand that I have done a terrible mistake, and by that time it will be very late, very much too late, that they can't reverse the hands of time. I pray that you should continue to encourage those that cares to know that this is not a way out, and this path we are following. You know, Britain are so calculative and intelligent that they sit down on a drawing board to look at things to do at all time, and they are the master planner. The way they plan it this time, God will not allow it to come to pass. Like our leader will always say, it is only God that will give us Biafra, and we are relying on God to it. It will not be effort of any man, irrespective of whatever any one of them will come and bring on the table to make sure that our people are enslaved forever. God will find a way to turn the table around. And to those who still believe, who still understand that there is no human being on earth that will solve the problem of the country called Nigeria, even if you bring the person from heaven, may God give them the power and the strength to be consistent. It is a question of time. Let us not follow the multitude and make the mistake. I know God will turn the table around for us. Thank you.
Mazi, thank you very much. Of course. Caller on signal, can you hear me? Welcome to the program. I said this is the last call, but go on, Mazi, yes. Please go on.
Thank you very much for picking this my call, because it's like a half-eaten meal for me, because it is one of the engines that drive me in this restoration quest. So we are still on the absurdity and futility of thinking of fixing Nigeria. And to answer your first question directly, I don't believe that any living being will fix the damnation called Nigeria. We want a Biafra. We want our own country. We want a lasting solution. We want a country, because once you get it, it is permanent, it's finished. You begin to build it. We don't want somebody to shoot us for a couple of years and we are back in hell. That's why we must insist that we want Biafra, and anybody, be it Obasanjo, be it Ibrahim Babangida, anybody who says that the issue of the unity of Nigeria has been settled by their genocidal war is a dinosaur. It's a yesteryears man, and he's a retrogressive person, because a country can, people can decide to go their own way, owing to the fact that we are not Siamese twins with Arewa or Joduduwa. We want Biafra. And so, Nigeria is a British estate. They bought it for 865,000 pounds, and they still believe that they own it. Nigeria is British limited liability companies. Their interests in Nigeria are being managed by Fulani Caliphate, who they handed the power over when they were supposed to be leaving, by the the flag independence they gave to Nigeria. So my people, I tell you this, we must stop the exodus from the south. We must stop the migration from the south to to go abroad to west, because nature abhors vacuum. Those men, those young men, they are bursting into the south, most especially Biafra land. They come with all manner of terrorism, and they come to occupy, and we must not allow them. So our people must do what is needful to restore Biafra, instead of to go to another man's country to waste away. God bless Biafra. Good night, my brother.
There, Mazi, and remain blessed. Well, this is where I'm going to end this program. People are calling, but please, I will not be able to take other calls, as I've said, please. You know, there is something personally I don't like. Let me express it here. That is why sometimes the call of this, our brother, Okochukwu Eziko, I used to, when he goes overboard, for me, I cut it. I heard open threat. Oh, if our leader is scratched, if they kill our leader, stop that. That is, for me, that is arrant nonsense. I'm telling you. People think that what we are doing is a joke. You can talk anything. That is, we have passed that stage, please. We have passed that stage. Threatening, you could be seen as a joke. You want our leader to be killed or what? Even ordinary, this protest that is going on against Ebubago, did you come out there? That is, you call, I'm here now, I'm here, it is happening in your domain, That is what I want to hear, not and I hate that. It makes jest of what you are doing. I hate it, honestly. We must continue towards ending this program. That is the reality. But before there is one news. August 3, 2022, Zamfara governor, 5 other Nigerians bag national award in Niger Republic. That is what I'm seeing now. That is why this national discourse should begin. Who is a Nigerian? Why is a Zamfara governor that is aiding and abetting terrorism now he is bagging national award in Niger Republic? Nigeria is dying financially anyhow, and they are busy building Niger Republic. Now, what are you talking about? If we talk about Biafra, they say bring them, kill them, this and that. We want one Nigeria. Now, one Nigeria, they are going to Niger and and building Niger. What type of senseless people are Nigerians? I am asking. What type of senseless Nigerians are? What type of senseless human beings are Nigerians? The Fulani, they do everything. The governor of Niger, when you see him, he's even an Arab. Do you understand? He's maybe a Tuareg. He's an Arab. Bello Mohammed, okay. Mohammed Bazoum, the president of Niger Republic. They are honoring their own. Because as somebody said, Nigeria is just the assets of the Fulani Caliphate. It's their assets. Niger Republic, everything there is. How the indigenous people in Nigeria are so stupid and hopeless. Fulani are shitting on everybody's head. If you want to rise up, they will come and bribe you with one political position because they know you are buyable. They know you are very cheap, you lack integrity, and you start talking from both sides of your mouth. We should destroy this British enclave, British created enclave, so that we advance. We should follow the footsteps of India. I'm saying it, I'm repeating it. We should follow the footsteps of India. India removed Britain systematically by destroying the structure put in place by Britain. You understand? Remove the ones, the amalgamation they did. They amalgamated Sri Lanka, Pakistan, Burma, all. Look at even in Tamil, is it, what do they call it? Kashmir. There is still problem there because of the actions of Britain. Now India tried to remove, other amalgamates, and now annex their own brothers which they separated from them. And today India is progressing. Look at, just imagine, in our land, even in states creation in our land, they cornered the Igbo people. They cornered us and tried to put it in a way that, we don't have access to the sea. And all these old men we call elders, they were mooping. Any person that want to talk, they will give him, don't you want to be a governor? Be a governor. We support you. And he will keep quiet. And they were cornering us that time. They were cornering us, creating all this rubbish in our land. Only Sambako was crying, lamenting, talking, long voice in the wilderness. Today they can tell you they cornered, removed the people from our land, put some Igbo people in the north. Direct. Who is talking for them? Ohanese don't care for them. When they talk about Igbo, they say it's a southeast. These are people you want us to be following. You want us to be looking onto. These are people that tell you, what they see sitting down, we never see it climbing a skyscraper. These are hardened criminals, I call them. That's supposed to merit death. I'm telling you honestly. Because they were there when our people, we are being polarized, cornered. They carry part of Imo, they put it in a Igbocha, and now tell them, you are not Igbo. Okay, you are not Igbo. Okay, our Hanese say, okay, don't worry. When they say it, they solidify it, Caliphate will solidify it with a cash gift to Hanese. And they will be fighting against themselves on who to get how much. Whereas the Caliphate is cornering everybody. We need to suffer this once and for all. I'm telling you. The same way Indians suffer. That time it was difficult. It didn't stop them. They faced it. People were slaughtered. We are crying everywhere in India. It's just like when a woman is pregnant. After 9 months, the time of delivery, there must be pain. But that pain it will bring joy. That is the thing. That is the pain. The so-called the people we call elders, they don't want to go through. The inconvenience they don't want to go through. And they prefer to be slaves, suffering every year in, year out. At least they go and make a friend to Alhaji Nedina, and they will be living as a house niggas under the caliphate. Is that the way they want to structure us to be? God forbid bad thing. It can never continue. We must continue in what we are doing. Biafra is our religion. Biafra is our identity. Biafra is who we are. We have no other religion except Biafra. If you have any other religion that is more important than Biafra, know that you have not started. Remember, our leader is still in the enemy territory. Please, people, you stop calling. I'm no more taking calls. Whether You are not listening, you just want to call, please. I'll stop taking calls, please. Thank you for listening. Remember, Saturday will be a day for our religious discussion. It will continue. Therefore, from me, Mazi Jonathan, from here, it is simply good evening.
Gala na lekwere na